Yo,
I've never done a fade before. We faded in. All right,
we're in.
we're on screen, guys.
We're on
Oh,
screen?
Hello.
Are we on screen?
We're
I'm
on
looking on.
screen. We're on YouTube.
Okay.
I faded
All
in
right
like a
then.
real cool guy.
Awesome. All right. Well, welcome everybody to a very special episode of the uh, Fan Battle Cast. This is something a little different from our usual stuff. This is a Power Scaler's Guide to Twisted Wonderland. Basically, this kind of came about after the fashion show where our drag queen winner Vil from Twisted Wonderland got some people interested in the game itself, and I was like, hey, would this kind of deep dive cast be something people be interested in? And yeah, that's how this came to be.
I will say, when I was
I'm
making
joined.
this, there's no tags for Twisted Wonderland. There's only tags for Twisted Wonderland edits and Twisted Wonderland gameplay. So as far as I'm aware,
Really?
this is the first stream with just Twisted Wonderland as a tag.
That's
introduce yourself, host.
I already did.
But do it with more flair and drama.
Hello, everybody.
There we go.
But yeah, we are joined by whoever wants to introduce themselves.
Hello, I am a radiated cactus, and this is also somehow my fault.
Radiant Cactus was also in the fashion, so for context, so they inspired this whole.
Yeah.
They enabled this whole thing, one might say.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, they did. I am Rand, the resident guy that appears pretty much on everything Fan Battle Cast related. I am the mold in your walls. You cannot get rid of me. I am the roaches in the kitchen.
And then I am Lockdown, aka Lockdown06, aka the guy who manifested here not too long ago.
You just showed up here out of the ether.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
walked
no
in
reason
last
to
minute.
join this, so you're just here for fun, which is extra good because
Yeah.
you have extra little context as to what Twisted Wonderland is,
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lockdown came in like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, okay, I guess we got one more cast member.
So for
Which,
Lockdown
hey, I'm-
and for the 11 people in our lovely audience, what is Twisted
11?
Wonderland?
Well, we will be getting into that in just a minute. So yeah, basically, it's going to be kind of a casual thing while I'm presenting. So if anybody has any questions that my slides are not answering, feel free to, if not raise your hand, then just say, hey, I have a question. So, all right, then let us get started with answering the question. What is a Twisted Wonderland? So, Twisted Wonderland is a Japanese mobile game created by Aniplex and Disney of Japan. It features art and story by Yana Taboso, creator of Black Butler. So, if anyone knows that series, I'll probably answer several questions for you.
Already.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, it released in Japan in 2020, came out in the US a couple years ago. And yeah, the main thing that is this series well known for, all the characters in the game are based on Disney characters, most prominently the Disney villains. Is a visual novel style game with some rhythm game and PvE battles featured in it as well. And yeah, it is also a gacha game, so luckily for anyone who does not want to spend tons of money on Pretty Boys, it has also been adapted to anime and manga and light novels, so there are some other ways to get into the series without having to pull out your wallet. So yeah.
We love anime pretty boys.
And judging by the fact that it's a gacha, I'm presuming it somehow gets some multiversal nonsense.
Maybe we'll just have to wait and see.
Pin in that for later.
If it was, they could have done a way better job during a Discord versus that one, not Discord, Dracula versus that one person. In that
Yeah.
case, if it was multiversal.
Yeah, Dracula versus Lilia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of screwed myself on that one by not giving myself. That'll be giving away some of the game later. So, starting out with going over some of the characters, we must start with the most important character, that being you. That is to say, you, the player, and you, the self-insert, who is also in most of the spin-offs is just named you, because they're very clever like that. Basically, the way the story goes is you are isekai'd to the world of Twisted Wonderland, attending Night Raven College as you try to find a way home.
Why is that
you
cat
end-
pointing all zesty like?
Yeah, that is the Great Grim. He is a magical beast who wants to be the greatest mage of all time, and the two of you end up enrolling as a singular student since you have no magic and he is not a human. Or
Oh.
he's just not a humanoid, I guess.
Don't know if
So
I'd
like
be
a
like,
Ratatouille.
A little
better.
bit. It's not kept a secret or anything. He kind of hangs out and talks with everybody. He's kind of like the Meowth of the game.
Oh, everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
What degree are you pursuing in this college?
You are taking the degree of trying to find your way home.
The degree
But,
of the degree of evil bastard.
yeah. There's a lot of degrees in Twisted Wonderland. There's some characters who are like trying to be lawyers, some are trying to be like magic scientists, all that kind of stuff. But one thing that I find very cool about Twisted Wonderland, so the anime is adapting the manga, and the manga adaptations go over each of the individual chapters. So for the first arc, more or less, the protagonist is Yuken Enma, who is a what is it called? A kendo player. But for the subsequent chapters, we get unique Yus. They alternate not only like the character, but even alternate the gender. So far we've had 2 male and 2 female Yus, all with different personalities, kind of tailored to the individual chapters. And I just find it kind of a neat way of doing the self-insert character where they want to be open, so you can kind of project on them. So I just find it kind of a neat thing.
So wait, is this like a
they're all-
multiverse kind of thing? What?
Question.
Uh,
Is each of them you?
Each of them is a U. Basically, the name U can have like different, like the main one is Yuken. Then there's like Yuka, and then you whatever. Basically, they
Oh
just
my
slightly
God.
change the name, but they always include the U in there.
Oh my god, they're
Dude.
all related.
Do
They're
they
all you,
serve
but
the
they're also
same,
not you.
Do they serve the same role in the overall storyline?
More or less, they all have like kind of their own unique personalities, but each U has gone through the events of the previous one just like in their own way. We don't necessarily get to see like, oh, how did the girl U over here go through chapter 1, but we just know that they went through chapter 1 and chapter 2 and chapter 3.
They're all
see,
the
I
same
see.
student
Okay.
working with Grimm to try to find a way home.
Yes.
Okay.
Gender fluid character. I see.
Yep.
That'd be very impressive. Is Kara has a very important question, which is Grimm punchable?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
punt. With a
Punchable.
T.
Puntable,
Kick
yes,
the
they
cat.
are. I mean,
Kick the
admittedly,
cat.
they do breathe fire, so you might want to be careful if you don't have any fire immunity.
This is a good
Fire
this
football,
is the
let's
power
go.
scaling stream, so this is actually a power scaling question. Can an average human punt Grimm?
Physically, yes. It's a matter of if they can. Well, yes. In the game, the U's are generally able to like keep up in the sense physically. They probably don't want to get like blown up by fire, but yeah, the U's, if they want to, could probably punt Grimm just on a physical scale.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I see.
50 yards at least.
yeah.
How many
Right,
calories is Grim?
We don't know that part, unfortunately. Anyway, next, let's go over the school itself. Night Raven College is a prestigious all-boys magic academy, except for the female U's, pretty much. It was established 500 years ago with its 7 dorms based on the Great Seven, who we'll be going over in a bit. Students are separated into dorms by the magic mirror, which, if anyone here has watched Wish, that's a pretty terrible downgrade for poor King Magnifico. He went from being king to being Sorting Hat.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the worst Disney villains ever.
You just gotta wonder if like any of the faculty go and say,
What
"How's it
movie
going,
is
Magic Mirror?" And he just
Magnifico
goes,
from? Wish.
He's from Wish. He
Oh,
was
right, the
main
new
villain.
one, that
Yeah.
has
But yeah, just
AI.
kinda
New in
funny
quotation
imagining-
marks.
The faculty going over to him and just saying, "How's it going, Magic Mirror?" And he just goes, "I miss my wife. I miss her a
My
lot,
wa-
guys.
I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot.
But yeah, students are invited and brought to the island by a black carriage and held in magical coffins that keep them in stasis until the sorting hat ceremony. And it is a 4-year academy that kind of mixes late high school and early college. It's not like 100% accurate to any kind of like regular school system here, so it's just kind of like the best way of establishing how it works.
Is
I
it ever
find it weird
explained
that-
why the female youths can go to an all-boys magic academy?
Basically, the
Anyway.
headmaster's just like, well, I can't just leave you like on the streets, so in my magnanimous kindness, you are allowed to stay here.
Okay.
It also feels
That's
like they're
pretty much
missing
it.
out a lot of potential villains they could be using if they just do the dudes.
Yeah. Well, let's just say there's definitely a lot of gender bending going on here for for that with the villains that they use.
Fun.
But yeah, that's
Oh.
probably a good segue to go into the dorms and the Great Seven. So, kind of like how Hogwarts works, each of the dorms are based on a well-established historical figure in the lore. But we know them better as 7 well-known Disney villains. You can see them all in the background here, but basically it's Jafar, the Evil Queen, Maleficent, the Queen of Hearts, Scar, Ursula, and Hades.
No Hook, really?
Which one?
No Captain Hook, really?
So far, no Captain
Damn.
Hooks. There are some other villains who show up. We know that the other villains have like existed. One of the more infamous ones, Frollo, is a historical figure, and he is well known for one of the other magic academies. So, yeah, we know some of them exist in the history. We just don't know if they're considered as great as the 7.
I have 2 questions super quick. I've
Mhm.
noticed that the Queen of Hearts is here. Does that imply in this world Wonderland was like totally real and just like a weird
Yes.
other world?
Yes.
Okay, that's always an interpretation I want to know. Second question,
Yeah.
these are historical figures, so are these all like existing in the same world kinda?
Yes.
They've all existed in this world. They're just like fairly old historical figures.
So,
500 years past whichever one came last.
so this is
Yeah,
just kind of
probably
like
over 1,000 years, just because we know at least one character is nearing 700 years. So
So this world is
Dang.
kind of a supposedly almost Earth, since most of these are more or less Earth-based stories.
yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, one
Nice.
kind of interesting tidbit is we know that Halloween exists in this world. However, the existence of Christmas is like an entirely new thing when we go to Christmas Town. So, yeah.
Someone in the chat was wondering if Gaston's in this game.
Yes, we'll be getting to him later.
Yay!
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's gonna be raiding the kitchen for eggs.
The big and long.
Not completely inaccurate.
I knew it.
Um, So yeah, like I said, within the lore, the Great Seven are revered as influential figures whose great deeds are told in legend, which aren't quite like how the stories we know went. Some examples here, we have Scar, known as the King of Beasts, who, through grit and determination, overcame his lesser claim of succession to rule over a vast savanna. He sought equality for all creatures, even those once banished from the realm. And then the Sorcerer of the Sands, who has a funny one where he's just known for being a wise and diligent advisor to the Sultan, and he is known for helping prevent the princess from being married off to some lying street rat who tried to pretend to be a prince.
So people think these are 7 good guys. Like they're not under the
Yes.
illusion they're like following in the
Yes.
footsteps of villains. They think these people are just the bee's knees.
Yes.
Also, I'm pretty sure the King of Beasts is either the title that was given to, if I remember correctly, either Ganondorf or Palpatine. I can't remember. But I really like Scar being right up there with Ganondorf and Palpatine in terms of greatness. The King of Beasts.
That is pretty funny.
That
Oh, wait,
is
I need to be
good.
Quiet. I need to be a bit quiet.
And as for the question of if these guys were actually good guys or not, you, through the power of a different magic mirror, not the main one, but a different one that's in his dorm, he gets to see visions of the original stories. So it could be a case of history just being rewritten or recontextualized like centuries after the fact, but they never 100% state what it is the case, but that's more than likely the case, is that it's a bit of historical revisionism.
Is the just another quick question from chat? Is the Horn King and Chernabog, are these two here?
Horned King we haven't heard of, but we do know that Chernabog is like actually like a real guy. Like
It's
like he
literally-
explicitly
literally-
there is a point where they explicitly mention him and his like army of demons on Bald Mountain.
So it's literally just
Interesting.
Chernabog, like in every
Yes.
appearance. It's just Chernabog.
Yeah. We don't ever get to see
It's
him,
the
but we
devil.
do know he exists.
It's just Satan.
Kinda. Though I think they mentioned him as a god, so it's probably a little bit of like his original self too in that one.
Oh God,
Yeah, he used to be a Slavic god, the actual Chernabog.
that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Continuing on. Before we start getting to the dorms and the characters, we're going to go over the headmaster of the school, the man who so kindly allowed you to stay at the dorm, Dyer Crowley. He is the headmaster, and just hate to break it to anyone who thinks he looks super cool. He's actually just a kind of a dork.
I love him. I love him. I
I'm
love
already
his.
sold on
I
that
lo-
shirt.
I want
Yeah.
that. First of all, I want that shirt, and second, I want that cane. I for a split second,
Yeah.
I thought it was a keyblade.
It does have keys on it, so
I mean, it is Disney too, so
yeah.
It has letters.
Yeah, Crowley kind of goes between being like relatively good dude and also kind of a charlatan who's like, oh hey, I can't really do anything about these shitty villain boys, so tell you what, I'm gonna allow you to stay here, but only if you'll be a beast tamer. Basically, whenever the boys are being too evil, you go over and tell them, hey, stop being evil, and bonk them on the head.
Are the boys other students in this context?
Yes, the other students. Yeah, the
Okay.
villain boys.
What's
Huh.
it called when a parent goes to prom just to like watch people? What do you call it when you do that?
Chaperone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they just got this random normal human.
Random,
We need more chaperones, so we're gonna induct you real quick.
Yeah.
This random isekai kid that probably got truck-cooned.
Yeah, pretty much.
imagine you get
is
run over by a
now-
truck and you
Yeah.
suddenly come face to face with Johnny Depp in a Hawaiian shirt and Plague Doctor mask.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you got to chaperone all these Disney villains and they're turning into
Yeah.
furries or something.
Yeah,
Oh.
it is kind of a thing where, to spoil a little bit in one of the chapters, part of why he's getting you to do it is that one of the students basically has like a magic contract with some blackmail on him, so he can't do anything. So that's kind of like his general thing is sometimes he wants to help, but he's too much of a boy failure to do anything.
He's too much of a
So
pussy.
sorry.
How many like students are at the school? Are we looking like hundreds, dozens, thousands?
I believe like hundreds,
Well-
maybe thousands. I know the island that this whole thing takes place on, which has its own town, has about a population of 14,000, like for the entire island.
And
So
you
probably
was
in the
responsible
hundreds.
for all of them, or just like a circle of people?
Just the ones who do bad stuff, while
Okay.
you're also just being there as a student.
And given that these are people who worship villains, that means all of them.
Yeah,
Hard work.
Great.
and the most important thing to
Don't
keep in
sue
mind
him.
with Dara Crowley is please do not mention suing him for any of the bad shit that goes on in this academy, because he will cry about it.
Oh.
This is like the thing that he is most scared of.
I don't care.
He's
But,
the-
like if my children get like freaking eaten by Cerberus in Grease World, you're getting sued. I don't care
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah,
gonna cry.
that's basically the main thing that he wants you to make sure of is just, hey, please stop these guys. I don't want to get sued.
Is you getting compensated for this? Are we getting payment?
Yes, actually, he does give us a
Alright.
stipend.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Of $5 an incident.
2 shawarmas and a Sprite.
Yeah, we're generally well kept care of. We do have actually, I don't remember if we have a magic cell phone or not. I don't remember that part. But yeah, he does try to make sure that we are both educated and kept care of. As for a general kind of gist of how the storyline goes for each of the chapters, basically, you and Grim meet a new house warden. You get into a conflict with the house warden because they're doing some evil shit. Ace and Deuce, who are these two guys right here, they're your first friends you make at the academy, and they kind of just show up in all the chapters. They help you out along with dorm members of the last house you helped out. The House Warden has an overblot attack as their emotional issues boil over, which we'll go over the overblot later. Everybody fights them, and usually they cool down once you've been bonked on the head. And oh yeah, that's everything on that one.
Okay.
I love how cute Grim looks right here.
Yeah, these are kind of like the post anime things.
I just gotta say, I would not be very friendly and helpful to people if everyone started calling me Deuce. Like,
Yeah.
Ace is cool, Deuce is not very cool.
Yeah, that's-
Talk to his parents, not him.
Yeah,
Do we know that's his actual name or just a cruel nickname?
that is his actual name.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's for the theming because they're from
Yep.
the Queen of
They're
Hearts
playing
dorm.
cards. Yeah, they're playing cards.
Yeah,
I know, but like we all know what Deuce means otherwise.
I don't know if
Yeah,
this
it's
is a
the-
dumb question. What's
Yes.
a house warden?
Oh, the house wardens are the ones who are the like head of the dorms, basically.
Basically, think,
Oh.
think of the leader of a frat house.
Yeah,
So wait, you
The
meet
dorm
a new house
manager.
warden every chapter?
yeah. For each of the 7 dorms, yeah, for each of the 7 dorms, you basically each chapter is based on one of the dorms, so that's where like all the conflict happens in the chapter, more or less.
Okay, so the
Interesting.
headmaster Ramona Flowers was like, "Listen, I need you to fight my 7 evil house wardens to just get them back,
Yes.
back in line." And then that's
Yes.
the story. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so
Alright,
Ace and
well,
Deuce
that-
have magic because they're like students.
Yes.
Okay.
Cora,
Yeah,
what
everyone
do you-
at the academy aside from you has magic.
Okay.
Cora, what do you mean by RAS?
What was that?
I think that's just RAs, but I'm not sure.
Actually, yeah, kind of RAs for like dorms at colleges, I guess.
What's an RA?
I
Research
actually don't know what it
assistant.
stands for. Some kind of assistant, but yeah, the house wardens are kind of like the head honchos of their dorms. They're supposed to keep all the other students in line, but then we gotta have to keep them in line because they're going a little bit overboard.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, with all that said, let us start going over the dorms and all of our beautiful boys.
Oh,
Starting out
cookie
with-
cast of beautiful boys.
Yep. Starting out with Heart's Lobule. It is the dorm based on the Queen of Hearts' Spirit of Strictness. It is known for its long list of rules that its students are expected to follow and memorize. And their
Yeah.
house warden is Riddle Roseheart, the guy in the middle here. Who is to kind of get an idea of how the characters are, each of the house wardens is based on like the villain they're supposed to be like inspired by. So he's very much inspired by the Queen of Hearts. He's trying to kind of live up to her rules and her spirit of strictness.
It looks like a boy band.
Yeah.
See?
The other students that you hang out with are Ace and Deuce, who, like I said, are your main guys, as well as Carter over here and Trey, the one with the glasses over here.
Gray?
I want that hat.
Trey.
Yeah.
That
I'm
is a
just
good
trying to
hat. I
figure out
would
where the
not
pun
mind having
is.
that hat.
Oh, Carter's name is Carter. I don't remember his
Gotcha.
last name. Each of them has like a thing on
1,
like based
2,
on
3,
like, their
4,
number.
then the Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's Carter Diamond because something like that.
Yeah,
I remember Trey's thing.
No, I figured card for Carter. I was just trying to figure out where Trey fit into the pun scheme
3.
of numbers.
Trey is 3.
I guess it's close.
Oh yeah, he's
because he's
yeah,
Clover.
actually.
Yeah,
yeah, he's
1,
a
2,
Trey,
3,
yeah.
4.
Trading cards.
Trey
Oh,
literally means 3.
okay. Trading. Okay.
Trey Clover, yes, that is his name. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
3 of
All right.
clubs.
Yeah. And the general
Yeah.
stuff we have to deal with in his dorm is Riddle's anger issues, his perfectionist streak, and most importantly of all, his mommy issues.
Of
I got,
course.
because
I get the
that's
feeling
each of
that
them.
one's going to be a very common theme here.
A little bit. And fun fact: this dorm has over 1,000. No, it has 1,000 rules. Riddle has memorized all of them. Trey, the guy who is like the second best, has only memorized 600 of them. So
Checks out.
yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of gets an idea of how hard it can be to memorize all those rules.
I'm sorry, how do you
next-
pronounce this house's name again?
Hearts Labiol.
Hearts Lobby.
Hearts Labio.
Yeah,
Hearts
some of the
Labiol.
names are easier to pronounce than others. So,
Oh boy.
speaking of one that's
Going to
easier to
sand.
say, Savannah Claw.
Savannah Claw. Oh, there's only 3. Damn,
Gee,
Yeah.
I wonder which
Oh.
villain this one is.
Gee, I
I
wonder.
wonder.
We have furry Prompto over here.
Yeah.
Like
But yes,
Ram Saran says hi.
Oh yes. Hello. Hi there.
Greetings.
Next, we got Savannah Claw, based on on Scar's Spirit of Persistence. Students are mostly hot-headed jocks, featuring a lot of beastmen, basically just anyone who can turn into animals, more or less. Or actually, I don't remember if they can turn into animals or if they just have animal features.
If P8 says
Hmm.
a bunch of twinks, furry.
Yeah. Well, no, the only one twink here. We got 2 big muscle heads over here.
So wait,
Yeah,
Beastman,
yeah,
is that
again,
like
furry
you're good at a
Prompto.
type of magic, or is that like
You have
race?
animal features.
Are these houses racially segregated?
Actually, no. Well, a lot of beastmen come here because Savannah Claw is like very based on the Sunset Savannah. Non-beastmen can enroll in here, so it's kind of just a case of a lot of them like naturally gravitate here, but you can have other people in other dorms.
Why do I get the feeling that this particular house would be mainly furries, and then the people who are really into furries, and then that would be a source of chaos.
You're not wrong. We'll get to someone like that later, actually.
Oh dear God!
Yeah,
Oh no.
Let's go, boys.
yeah. So yeah, their house warden is Leona Kingscholar, who is pretty obviously based on Scar. He is the second born prince of the Sunset Savannah, and so that's kind of his main thing. Their other students are Ruggy, the hyena boy here, and Jack, the wolf boy over here.
That
And
is the
his
most-
issues that you have to help him with are being second best and being bad at sportsmanship.
Okay,
Checks out.
before we continue, Ruggy, that is like
Yes.
the most twink nickname ever.
Yeah,
We have a question of, do they have tails?
they do.
Oh
Do they?
God!
One of the
Oh,
first
no.
things we do when we meet Leona is step on his tail, and he gets real mad at us.
Oh
Ah,
Jesus!
shit.
Or not real mad at us, he just kind of threatens to beat us up.
That
Now,
that
do they
seems pretty
also
bad.
do they also only have animal ears, or do they also have human ears for twice the hearing?
Only animal
4
ears.
times the
Okay.
hearing, don't you know?
Four
anything?
times the hearing.
God, otherwise I would have gone off about 5 minutes on character design.
Yeah.
And I would have muted you. if you
Yonata's
would've moved
pretty
on.
good at it.
Yes.
And fun fact, despite his prickly personality, Leona is very much one who drinks his respects woman juice. Because,
Well, that's
Uh,
nice.
yeah, because being from the Sunset Savannah, you know, considering how lionesses are kind of the ones in charge, that's kind of where that comes from.
Also,
and
ironic
also,
given Scar.
Yeah, and one other slight fun fact, Jack here is actually not based on a specific character. He's kind of just
A wolf.
more or less a representative of like the general like
They needed a wolf guy.
yeah. Basically, he kind of represents the fact that there are other animals in the Sunset Savannah.
What's
Or
Ruggy
in-
based off of then?
yeah. Yeah, and yeah,
Hyenas.
Rugby is based on the hyenas.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can fucking
Yeah.
see that.
Plains the skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to my knowledge, Jack is the only one who of the Beastmen who like we know of who just transforms. It's his main magic spell.
Interesting.
Anyway, the next dorm, and this is the one that's hard for me to pronounce. Octavinel.
Octavinel, yeah.
Avenel.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Octopus.
Ursula's.
Croat,
Yeah, this is Ursula's.
Okay, wait. Croat chat says I can take Leona.
Probably.
But yeah, I've just
In a
stepping on a
fight, right?
scale hearse, and it's probably pretty easy to.
In a fight,
him
right?
down.
To give an idea, he is basically like the second strongest character at school. He
Oh
is
dear.
he is very strong. But yeah,
Leona?
Octavinel based on Ursula's Spirit of Benevolence. They run a campus cafe known as the Mostro Lounge, and it is said that their house warden can grant any wish. Being the Under the Sea themed one, they have a lot of merfolk in their dorm.
The Monstro. That's. I like that.
It's actually not Monstro. It's the Mostro Lounge, I think. Though Monstro is also another thing in the world.
Neat.
But yeah, their house warden is Azul. He is an octopus merfolk, and his toadies are Jade and Floyd, who are the Leech twins, and they are based on Ursula's eels.
Checks out. Explains the
Yeah.
teeth on the left guy.
Flotsam and Jetsam. I could immediately tell because of the eye color.
Yeah.
So can merfolk in this world kind of switch between legs and fish bottoms?
Yeah, they basically switch between like human form and kind of like a not quite mermaid form. When the eels turn to like eel boys, they still like kind of have like the upper torso, but they have like blue skin, they have gills and all that.
They
I love their
Okay.
suits.
Also, this
Yeah, the
is
suits
like
are very nice.
just straight up like a lounge. Like
Yes.
this is a high school / early college. So I don't. What's the drinking
Yes.
age in this campus?
If it's based on Japan, it'd be probably 20.
Yeah.
So that's even more sketchy. If this is late high school,
But
early college.
to my knowledge, they do not sell alcohol here.
They,
I
just-
don't
they
think
just
it's
like
licensed for that.
they just like the bar aesthetic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a
Yeah.
coffee and tea lounge.
yeah. The issue we have to deal with this one is just crime.
Checks out. They
Yeah,
look like mob
yeah,
bosses.
basically-
yeah. They look like
Azul just kind of starts giving. Basically, his thing is he wants you to like get you under a contract, like a magic contract, where he gives a bunch of students study guides where it's like, yes, with this one you'll get a good grade, and they're like, oh man, with this I'm sure to get like into the top 10%. He's like, oh yeah, you want to write this down that you'll get into the top 10%, and so many people asked that it completely skewed the grade point average basically for that test. So everyone did well, but they did not get into the 10%, and so he got them magically turned into servers at the lounge.
Something I've noticed is that the first two houses, the Queen of Hearts had like the spirit of strictness going on. The Scar had the
Yes.
spirit of resilience,
Persistence.
persistence, and those can both be kind of like you can apply that value to those villains, and that would be like kind of correct. Benevolence is the first one that like this is has to
just
be
a
in
lie.
quotations. That's like not
Yeah,
there's that's
it's,
not
it's
correct by
mostly
any
based
definition.
on how
It's
she
kind of
like.
like a monkey's paw type thing where you're getting what you want. Not my fault if you
Yeah,
didn't actually
But the
want
whole
it.
point of benevolence is like doing things for nothing. So
Yeah.
it's like this is
Basically,
literally
when-
like not only is it wrong
Yeah.
to the story, but it's also wrong to what these guys are doing.
yeah.
This is
But
very
Santi,
much
consider
benevolence.
those
how they
poor,
view
unfortunate
her
souls.
story. Yeah, for her story, basically they just kind of go up to the part where she gave Ariel legs and the ability to breathe on land for love, and they just kind of, scrubbed away everything else, more or less.
Checks out.
What?
In pain.
Yeah, basically they don't remember everything after she gave Ariel her wish, more or less.
She's just a kind ocean witch. What's the big deal,
Yes.
guys?
Their VHS was
And-
busted, so that was the only part of the movie that could play. Is they just thought, I guess that's
Yeah, pretty much.
Checks
And
I love
fun
her,
fact
she's
of this
great.
storm, when he was young, Azul was actually a chubby little crybaby octopus, which is
I
why he
love-
wants to be like so
Aw.
cool and like in charge now.
I love how I think it's Jade over there has like the messy butler's outfit, while
Yeah,
Floyd.
that one is Floyd,
Well,
but
Floyd-
yeah,
Floyd has the messed up. Yeah, I like that.
yeah. It's kind of funny how with both of them you can't really when you know them in story you can't tell which one is like scarier because he's more open about wanting to beat you up, but Jade is kind of like he's almost the assassin of the group.
Oh,
Are they related
It's
to each
always-
other? Because I'm just now
Yes.
noticing that they look.
yeah, they're the
exact
lead
same.
Yeah, they're
twins.
twins. Yeah, they're based on the two eels that
Yeah.
Ursula
So based
has,
on-
so they're twins.
Based off of Flotsam and Jetsam.
Yeah,
They're the goons.
It's always the quiet ones you need to watch out for.
yeah. Next we have
Scarabia.
Scarabia.
I feel like this one is a bit confusing on the naming considering the other
I
villain.
see a hidden
Scarabia.
Mickey.
Because it's a Scarab.
Yes, there are hidden Mickeys in all the arts.
Of course, there's hidden Mickeys.
Yeah,
There's what?
I think there might be a lucky emblem
Yeah.
around here.
right here. My thing is showing up.
This looks like a good spot to find some ingredients.
It actually is because Jamil here is a very good cook.
Damn it!
Oh.
But yeah, based on Jafar's spirit of mindfulness, it is home to thoughtful and intellectual students, and also, actually, I don't remember if everyone's rich, but its house warden is Kaleem, right here, this guy right here, and he is actually just a complete 100% sweetheart because
That's
he
good.
Wink.
is actually based on the Sultan.
Oh,
Jamil over
oh.
here is based on Jafar.
Ah,
I see.
Oh,
I
I see now.
I
Yeah.
see the twist they did with this one, and I
Yeah.
really love it.
Yeah, they actually stated that Kaleem could have gone to one of the other academies, like the Hero Academy, more or less, or the one based on the heroes, but he wanted to go here to be with Jamil because they're friends.
Roy has a very
gang.
important
Friends?
question. Is Mickey
Yes.
Mouse in this game?
Yes.
We just established
Yes.
this, yes.
No, but like, is the man
Wait, what?
himself?
You mean the mouse.
We'll get to that.
All right, we'll
What?
get to it.
Yeah,
How is
and
this a- is this a
yeah, this
fucking
one you only have two. Oh, yes.
No, I was just reading Croat's chat message.
Okay. But yeah, we only have one other main student here, Jamil.
Wait,
The
they
issues
have
with this
one
one is
other
actually pretty
student?
dark.
This is a 3-student house?
No, they have other students, are just not like given faces or
Plot
anything.
Plot
Pretty much,
relevant. They're not plot relevant.
These are the important
they're not
students.
plot relevant. Yeah, these are the important ones. But yeah, the main issue you gotta deal with here is actually like probably the darkest one that we've come up to so far because Jamil is only like a step away from being a slave. He was born into like a servant house to Kaleem, and Kaleem does not actually know this. He just thinks they're best friends because he's too like good a boy.
So wait, what?
And
Oh.
If
Wait.
how is he close to being a slave?
basically everything he's kind of meant to just be Kaleem's attendant from like birth, pretty much.
Damn.
So is this like a magically enforced thing, or is this just like that's the where
It's
they're
It's
back-
That's how
basically
society
that he
be.
has his whole life kind of set in place for him, and his place is to be Kaleem's butler slash poison taster slash everything, kind of.
So the
Does Jamil like suffer?
Kind of in the sense of to kind
didn't
of
have a say
give
in
an
the
idea
matter?
of what he has no say in the matter, and he's kind of also meant to like be his bodyguard, so he's got to be around him kind of 24/7. And when he enrolled here at Night Raven College, he thought he'd be alone. So when Kaleem came here, it was expected of him to actually perform worse at school, so he wouldn't outshine Kaleem, which would
Damn.
presumably also affect his like future aspirations.
okay, this opens the door to a lot of questions about this society.
I know.
Ethan. So is this
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
world
What?
that this school exists in? Slavery's just like a thing there.
No, it's just kind of a case of you're not supposed to quite necessarily think as deep. It's just kind of a case of when you think about it like even a little bit more, it's kind of like, man, this is kind of dark as shit.
Kind of
Damn.
fucked
I
up.
mean, I get we're not supposed to think about it, but like,
Yeah.
okay, so Jamil has a family and Kaleem has
Yeah.
a family,
Yeah,
and
Kaleem
Jamil's
is
family is slaves to Kaleem's family.
Kaleem is the prince of Scarabia.
Okay,
So they're the servant family to the royal family.
so this is like a really fucked up version of the Sheikah and the Hyrulean family.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay,
He-
could
Oh,
could
God.
Jamil just like leave? Could he just like peace out, take a ship, and go somewhere else, or is there?
I don't know if he just hasn't thought of that or if it's just not possible. It's not something that's brought up.
He's
on
based
that
on
end.
Jafar. He's planning some machinations to take the
I don't-
power
Yeah.
for himself.
PH says he mines cobblestone and also has no rights.
Tragic.
It's not quite that much. It's one of those cases where, like, they want you to think that it's messed up, but they also don't want you to think too deeply about it because they don't
Right,
want to
who's
outright
next?
say that he's a
Well,
slave.
this is the channel for overthinking stuff, so that's what
Yeah.
we're here
But
for.
But yeah,
Well, I'm
fun
very-
fact: while he was, before this game came out, and everyone just thought everyone was just like 100% based on a villain. Kaleem, because Jamil was pretty obviously based on Jafar, people thought Kaleem was going to be Iago.
Oh, that's
So,
fun. I can totally
yes,
see
it's-
that.
Yeah, so
I
even
was
like
about to say, I'm surprised Iago isn't in here.
yeah, But yeah, it's kind of a joke now that like whenever people who don't know the game see the characters, you go, "Oh yeah, the one with Twink and Iago."
Twinkie Yaga. I really want another Twisted Wonderland, but just on the hero side, just to see what they are gonna do.
We'll see that
Imagine
in a
they
little
actually
bit.
get a new student for Scarabia, and it is Iago, and they actually get the original guy for him, but still a twin character.
Yeah,
No, Gilbert Godfrey's no more, sadly.
yeah, unfortunately.
I know, but imagine.
But
Oh, it's
next
the
we gotta
drag
go
queen.
over the dorm of our
Fiore.
winner of Best Drag Queen, Pom Fiore, based on the evil queen Spirit of Tenacity. It is the oldest dorm, featuring a lot of stylish students who are very good at potions and curses. And their house warden is Vil. This last name.
Going
Sean
hype.
Knight.
German. That's German.
Yes.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the difference between the spirit of persistence and the spirit of tenacity?
Shut up. That's why. That's what it is.
Don't ask questions.
Yes.
Yes.
I guarantee you, though, this one came first, and then Scar came in, and he's like, "I'm going to do it anyway, just to say fuck you."
That's a good way of looking at it.
He's about right.
Maybe
Yeah,
he is
the other main
persistent.
students are Appel Felmir, the cute one over here, and Rook Hunt, the very French one over here.
Of course.
The
Um,
fashion sense is great in this game. Jesus.
They are. It has
Yeah.
very good fashion and art. Their issues, you actually have to deal with both the issues of Vil and Apple over here. Basically, it's Apple's issues with gender identity and expression, and Vil's issues with jealousy and beauty, because he wants to be the fairest of them all, which is to say, he wants to be the bestest on social media, or most popular.
Checks out.
And the fact that he was in the running with a guy who did not even want to be in drag would drive him
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And I got some fun facts on all of them here, because...
And also in the same category as Captain Quark.
Yes. He would probably respect Quark. He would probably say, "You know what? I respect you for pulling this off."
To be fair, we
And-
didn't like actually make them compete. We just kind of grabbed them from a point in timeline and thrust them in there. I'm sure if it was an actual competition, he was doing it like on purpose. It would have been an easy win for him.
Quark, yeah.
But yeah, the fun facts about these guys, I actually have ones for all of them. Vil is a model and actor. He is actually very famous within the world of Twisted Wonderland. Apple here, I'm just going to say what he's based on because it's very funny. He is based on the poison apple because he looks
Apple.
cute,
Oh my god.
but he's actually super toxic. And will kick you in the
Oh.
nads if you call him cute. Because he's a rough and tough country boy. And
I like
Rook,
him already.
despite looking French and having a French accent in the dub, he is not French. He just acts like that all the time. And
All French.
he also actually used to be in the Savannah Claw dorm, actually.
All French are fake.
Yeah, and he
Also-
does have a thing for...
I will put you in the
policemen.
guillotine, Rand.
Oh.
He does have a thing where he always wants to get into a fight with Leona
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
because of how strong he is.
Also, I'm just saying, I love Apple being the most toxic one. They are my favorite character. My second favorite character.
Yeah, he's like, he wants to be a tough guy.
What is
So-
Rook based on?
He is based on the Huntsman.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I see it now.
Yeah. You can kind of also see it in his name. His
Rook
last
Hunt,
name.
Yeah.
Rook Hunt.
And you know, Rook, like in chess, they're the ones they serve the royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And the other one is Apple Farmer.
Yeah.
He
He is actually from a family of farmers.
But even the name is very
Yeah.
close to Apple Farmer.
Yeah. Next we have
Ooh.
Ignihide. That's another one that's hard for me.
digital.
I'm just gonna call it
It's Hades.
Ignihide.
Yes. It is based on Hades' Spirit of Diligence. It is full of tech nerds and gamers, which is why it is the worst dorm.
I love them
Aw.
already. This is my
Yeah. Their house warden is Idia Shroud, who is well known for showing up to house warden meetings with just his iPad and just talking over Discord because he doesn't want to be around people.
I love him already. I love him even
Uh,
more now.
And their main student here is Ortho Shroud, his little brother.
That's
cute.
nice.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
The issues you deal with here are depression, the fact that the original Ortho is actually dead, which is why he's a robot, and the biggest issue of all being a gamer.
Ah, shit.
I'd like to
Dead
point
brothers
out
we
that
know.
this doesn't look like a dorm. This looks like an internet cafe or maybe just a
Yes.
restaurant.
Yeah, this is kind of like the
Like
the what's it called, the open space area, I guess.
Making Hades
I am-
into a tech nerd was
Yeah,
certainly a
that's
decision.
out of left field, but I'm not against
Can
it.
I
Yeah.
just say, I am very surprised that Pain, Panic, Cerberus are the Fates on here.
Ortho is actually supposed to kind of represent Cerberus.
That's
Ortho does
That-
track.
that's
Yeah.
that's both
In one of his other
depressing and
arts, he
sad.
has a armor. It's like the Cerberus armor, and he gets 2 robot dogs.
That's
Nice.
cool.
That's
Dogs
both
are nice.
depressing and that's both depressing and sad.
Yeah.
So Ortho's
he's
the
kind of
one
the
on
Astro
the
Boy.
left, and
Idea is on the left, and Ortho is the little baby on the right.
okay.
And fun fact, Idea has the most cringe character song of them all. The characters have like all their like songs where the voice actor like sings like in character. Idea's is titled "GG Well Played" and features the classic line "Easy noob lol, yeah, easy noob lol."
Why do I get the feeling that this is Table's least favorite house?
Oh, they're actually great. I love them.
Mm.
It's just that his song is just very cringe. It's just
Can I
it's
just
just
say-
filled with cringe
I do
gamer
talk
logos.
like that though
Can I-
sometimes, so this is relatable to me.
Can I just say, just from his cringe gamer song, I want to put him up against the other cringe gamer, which is Shigaraki.
What?
Yeah,
Speaking
Shigaraki's a
of,
gamer.
speaking of very appropriately, I've gotten twisted. I've forgotten who these characters are based on at the bottom.
Oh,
Hades. And
so they're all based on like the
Cerberus.
main, like from the character from the dorm. So Adia's based on Hades. Vil was based on the Evil Queen.
Yeah, I know that. I
Um,
just mean like these
okay.
two specifically in this.
Oh yeah, Hades and Cerberus.
Hades and Cerberus. Okay.
Yeah. And finally, we have Diasomnia, which has one of the bigger casts.
This is too much green.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, a lot of
They're
green.
like they're sponsored by Monster.
Maybe whatever monster is, whoever the monster equivalent is in their world. But yeah,
It's
based
just
on
monster
Maleficent's spirit of nobility, the students here are just very, very good at magic, and some characters are fairies.
Love that.
And
impression.
yeah, they're well known for being a very strong dorm because fairies are just very powerful in Twisted Wonderland. Their house warden is Malleus Draconia, right here, the one with the horns. And he is also a prince. He is the prince of the land of the fairies, and he is just ridiculously strong. He is by far considered to be the strongest mage at the academy and also probably the world.
Oh.
So
No.
maybe
There are other still. Oh,
let's
yes.
say something straight. This is a school where you learn magic.
We're to like kind of hone your magic and also just kind of figure out where you want to go in life.
So this is a school where you like hone magic and get better at magic. And then one of the house's themes is just being the best at magic.
Kind of, yeah. To give kind of an
If you
idea
get too
of like
good
how
at
it helps
magic
you with
in one
like
of the other ones, you have to go to this one instead.
They're the AP
they'll
course.
just have kind of. But yeah, another thing about the school is that once you're in like your 4th year, a lot of characters just take like an internship to figure out where they want to go career wise.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Alright.
so it's half trying to control your magic and half trying to like figure out where you want to end up career wise.
Wish that actually existed here.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Is that one on the left
anyway.
the one that
Oops.
dressed up like a bird in our video?
On the right, yes.
I'm delightful.
Oh, you might have it backwards. Yeah, the one with the purple hair here, yes.
Why do they have the like little gay like my jacket is like half on type thing?
Because Lilia just very much wants to look very cute. Like that's just his thing is he wants to be the
That's
cutest.
the fashion.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, me not knowing anything about the series, if you had not told me that this was an all boys school, I would have assumed like half these characters were women.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The
Same.
entire cast, especially the one on the right
I was
there.
still assuming that.
My question
Yeah.
is why the second one from the left isn't wearing a shirt.
because he's
Second
the
one from
he's,
the.
he's the one in
Oh,
charge.
yeah.
He doesn't have to.
Yeah, it just looked cool. Probably.
I love
Yeah.
the naming nomenclature where like Somnia means dream, and that's Maleficent with Sleeping Beauty, so that's very fitting.
Yeah, they're a little out of order, but the main characters here are Silver with the silver hair here, Sebek with the green hair here, and then Lilia's the twink on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the? I know Maleficent is the middle one, but what are the other three based off of?
So Silver is actually based on Sleeping Beauty. His whole thing is that he's always like falling asleep.
Food.
Insomnia, of course.
So
Yeah.
is this the first character that's based on one of the protagonists?
I think he's
second.
one of the first ones. Yeah, he's one of the first. I know. You had Kaleem, who was based on the Sultan, but yeah, he's the first one based on one of the princesses.
Interesting.
Yeah, I believe Sebek is based on like one of the creatures from Maleficent's castle. I don't remember if it's like the dragon or the crocodile or something, but he's one of them.
I think they were like little goblin creature things.
Little
I
pig
haven't seen the
goblin
movie in a
things, yeah.
while.
Yeah, little pig goblin things. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Lilia is based on. He's kind of a mix of both Maleficent's crow / raven, and he's kind of also the fairy godmother to Silver.
That's a weird.
That's an
combination.
interesting mix.
Yeah,
Interesting. Like, yeah. What do I?
yeah, because
It's like,
this whole
what
thing.
do I want? What combination do I want to throw together today? How about Maleficent's crow and the fairy godmother? Let's see what this makes.
Yeah.
Oh, twink.
Yeah, or not the fairy godmother, but whatever the fairies were from that one. I know there's multiple fairies.
Oh, that
from-
explains the pink shit
Yeah.
going on. Okay.
Yeah, the three fairies basically. Their main issues is basically it's just Malleus realizing, oh, I'm a fairy. I'm going to outlive like almost all my friends at this school.
Oh, that's
I mean, that is kind of sad.
Yeah. And the fun fact, the funnest fact here, Lilia, despite looking so young, he is a 700-year-old single gay femboy dad, and in the dub, he is voiced by Alucard from Hellsing.
I'm sorry, they're
Oh.
a dad?
Oh.
Yes, he adopted Silver, and he's kind of a surrogate father to both Malleus and Sebek.
If you'd
Yeah,
like
that's
to
actually
learn
kinda cool.
more, watch our Lilia versus Dracula cast here on
Yeah,
Fan
Lilia is
Battle
actually the one
Cast.
who was able to hatch Malleus's egg after his mom died.
And all of this is leading to them somehow being in an owl costume.
Yes.
Yes. A single gay femboy dad, voiced by
Yes.
Alucard from Van Helsing. What?
You know what? Not the
That
weirdest
is-
thing I've heard.
Not the weirdest thing we've heard, and probably will hear throughout the rest of this cast. But I love this man.
It's pretty out there for the cast, I will
respect
say.
The dichotomy between their biggest issue is immortality's bitch. And fun fact, single gay femboy dad.
Yeah.
Single gay femboy
Roller coaster of emotions over here.
Yes.
Yippee.
And then finally for the dorms,
Ramshackle.
we got the Ramshackle dorm. This is an
Right.
abandoned dorm. We don't know who it was ever based on. And this is where you and Grim stay,
Course.
along with the ghosts who just kind of live there and are pretty chill.
John
Oh, okay.
Silver's
Oh.
house.
Oh.
It also
Oh.
has a decoration minigame inside.
Wait, I'm gonna take a wild guess. Are the haunted mansion ghosts here?
No, but that is an event.
Damn it!
That would have been
Yeah.
really creative.
Yeah. And there's also a certain someone else who sometimes shows up here in your Magic Dream Mirror. I don't know quite who they are.
It's the fucking rat.
I know
Fun
him.
fact, when I
Michael
first saw
Keaton
this,
Mouse.
it legitimately jump scared me.
What do you mean, Mickey Mouse?
Go talk to your headmaster. There's mice in your dorm.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, he
time to
appears in
talk
the
you.
Magic Two-Way Mirror, basically. Which is
It's
actually
okay,
something from
you.
his world.
You must find the light in your heart and smite these motherfuckers.
Yeah. And then going over the teachers, here's the one that people were asking about.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
guest
wow.
star. Is he
Guess who
like
this
the
is?
coach? Is he the PE teacher?
Cruella.
Yeah.
What's their bucket?
Yeah, we have
And the other
Cruella.
guy.
Vargas, Trien, and Sam, who is head of
Sam.
the school shop.
Facilier.
Sam.
Yeah.
I love that's just Sam.
Yeah,
And that's Cinderella's mom, now dead, and then Gaston and Cruella. Yeah.
yeah. Cruellaville, evil stepmom.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're cool. They don't do as much stuff. They mostly get their time to shine in the events, more or less. But
Like how
yeah,
they did not have to change much for Cruella.
Yeah.
No.
Like a slight hairstyle difference, and that's basically it.
Did this
Yeah.
Shorten up
one
the hair and that's it.
appears to have successfully gotten their fur coat in this continuity?
yeah, he's a fashionista too.
For all you know, it
he's
could be a
Well,
on-
at least
faux
it's not
coat.
Dalmatian fur because it's
No, probably
Like,
not
no,
Dalmatian
sluts.
fur.
Zebras.
It's zebra.
But wait, no, zebras wouldn't be that fluffy
Zebra.
though.
Yeah.
Zebras have like hides.
it's an Arctic zebra.
An Arctic zebra coat. That's why we don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
They all went to making this coat. They're all gone
Exactly.
now.
It's an albino tiger.
It could be a
And
tiger.
fun fact for
coat.
this one, Trien, despite being based on the wicked stepmother, has a wife and 2 daughters and is just happily married. He's actually just a very good dad.
So are these
Good.
like for
Finally.
just like decent people in this verse?
Oh yeah, everyone. Yeah, they're. No one here is like explicitly like super evil.
They just
Except
Follow
for
the
Cruel, who
teaching.
has successfully hunted.
I don't think these
Arctic
guys are
tigers
explicitly
for-
like. I don't know if their characters are actually like well-known people. It would be actually kind of hard to figure out how Sam works if he's based on someone from 1950s, from the 1950s or 1940s, whatever, 20th century. But yeah,
1960s.
It's just the style.
yeah, we don't know if they're. Yeah, just the style at the time. And kind of just rounding out some of the other like incidental characters. We have some of the characters from Royal Sword Academy. It's the rival school and is where it's kind of where all the characters based on the heroes go. Their students are Neige, who was based on Snow White, and Chenya, who was based on the Cheshire Cat.
Oh
also
god!
have,
Wait!
Yes.
His earrings say like the sign things like up this way, and his ring is the Cheshire Cat's teeth and
Oh.
weird googly
I
eyes.
actually didn't notice that. That's a good one to notice. We also have Noble Bell College, which is another villain school, but they mostly just are fans of Frollo. And their character is Rollo, who was very cleverly named.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not the as bad as actual Frollo. He's
Yeah,
worse.
though honestly, it would be very funny if the one explicitly religious character was the one that got super whitewashed. We also have characters from their various homelands. So this guy here is actually just Ville's dad. He is also a well-known actor. He's basically like the Brad Pitt / Leonardo DiCaprio in terms of how popular he is. And this here is Jamil's little sister.
Wait, are those two characters based on anything?
No, they're just like family members of the characters.
Oh, they're not even in a school. They're just like
No, they're just it's just world building.
Yeah, I wonder what that next
Yeah.
guy is based off of.
Yeah. And also to kind of
I
like,
wonder.
explain some more. Some other characters we see like Apple's grandmother, we see Deuce's mom, and yeah, it's just kind of general world building for them. And then yeah, from well, they're not actually explicitly from Halloween Town, but we meet them there. We have Scully, who is a very big fan of Jack Skellington.
Checks out.
But what about
He is well known for
Swing?
spreading Halloween across the land, and we have Swing, who is based on Oogie Boogie.
Oh, he's so
Probably-
fit.
Those two look like every single person I've ever seen in a Hot Topic.
Fair.
I'm
Is
not
it
gonna lie
Swing?
though, if these fits were sold in Hot Topic, I'd probably buy them. They look great.
Oh, 100%.
Actually,
Is it-
Hot Topic recently started selling Twisted Wonderland T-shirts.
Oh,
Question-
well, I
is
don't
it-
want T-shirts. I want these outfits.
Right.
Question:
know.
Isn't Swing like the newest character?
Yes, he was introduced last Halloween, actually.
You're joking.
Uh,
You gotta be.
Nope, he is very
I
new.
can't believe my eyes.
Oh, it's still going.
I do have
Yeah.
questions, but
Oh, I
I'll
get
wait
it.
until there's nothing else on this slide.
That's everything I think on this one.
So I have several questions.
Okay.
One, Royal Sword Academy. Do they learn how to use swords?
I don't know, actually. We don't go there that often.
Okay, so Royal Sword Academy is the one where all the good guys go, and the other one is where all the bad guys go generally.
Yeah.
Do inverse they know they're doing this, or is that just purely accidental from a
Pure
real world
accidental.
perspective? Okay, because I was gonna say,
a
like, how
winky
would they
dink.
know if they think the villains are also good guys? It's just
Yeah.
purely.
Like a way of describing it is Aladdin and Jasmine are kind of like both known. It's just kind of a case of the Aladdin who is like considered a good guy is not considered like the same guy that Jafar stopped. Basically, is kind of
So
the
they
best way I
think
can
their
describe it.
stories are totally unrelated.
or like not like completely like at odds with each other. Basically,
Okay, so it was a
see.
different prince, and it's a different princess
Yeah.
and street rat in that story than the one
Yeah.
in
Yes.
our glorious, benevolent, mindful Jafar story.
yes.
Also, so I
This
just
is
want
the
to
first. Go ahead.
I just want to make sure I get this straight. So we have three schools: the ones who are based on the villains, the ones that are based on the heroes, and then the third category, the ones that are based on Frollo.
Oh no, Noble Bell College is like another academy. Or yeah, that one is mostly just like to them, Frollo is like a historical figure on par with the Great Seven.
They just really like
They just-
Frollo.
They just really like literally the best Disney villain.
Is this game trying to imply that Frollo is a morally gray character that does not fit in either school?
I think it's a case
No.
of they don't know all of the evil things he did. Like he's just kind of well known for, oh, there was this big fire that happened in the land of like the Bell or whatever, and he was the one who like helped like keep the town safe when it happened. They didn't know that he was the one causing it, basically.
So
That's
they
why he
think he's
caused
a
it.
similar type of figure, but they think he's a chump. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't deserve to be with our great and glorious seven. He's just some schmuck
Pretty
that's
much.
similar. So he gets
Yeah.
some like diet, barely funded school off to the side.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's kind of like a town academy where it's like I don't remember if like their town is like explicitly the same one, but they have like a very similar culture. So it's like, yeah, this is our guy. He's super cool.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
He's
wa-
totally as good as the Great Seven.
I want to see more of Swig.
The fact that we've gotten through so many pages, so many characters, and only now got the first actual female, it's hysterical to me.
Yeah.
you know? Well, no, we got the other U's.
We got the
That
other
is true,
U's.
yeah.
Yeah, but they're you. They don't count.
I want to know more about Scully and Swig.
So Scully is a historical figure well known for spreading Halloween across the land. When we meet him, we meet him in Halloween Town. Basically, he also got teleported there, but when we go back to our world, it turns out he's like an ancient, like kind of like Johnny Appleseed figure, where he's like hundreds of years old. He's long dead. He used to actually be a early student of Night Raven College too. And then Swing, we'll get to him later. He's a lot.
Oh,
Is
oh
there
no!
a twink
Oh
Santa?
no!
If there's
Oh, there's one?
nightmare on.
Santa doesn't exist, as previously stated.
Oh no, Santa
yeah.
exists.
Side one.
Santa just
What?
exists. He exists specifically in Christmas Town. We do
No,
actually go
he
to
is
Christmas
right.
Town in the second Nightmare Before Christmas event,
Is it
which is where we kind of
Is it Nightmare Before Christmas Santa or is it Twink Santa?
it's Nightmare Before Christmas Santa.
Oh.
Yeah, we
So-
in that event we
So
explicitly
he
get
resisted the
teleported
twink beam. Got it.
to Halloween Town.
I think
Sure,
that might
everyone's
imply that
disappointed.
Santa is the most powerful character in this franchise thus far.
I would also just like to say, does actual Jack Skellington appear in?
Yeah, Jack is also real.
Okay, new Jack.
I mean-
new Jack Skellington.
Well, everyone has
is
been
a-
real. He's just one of the few that we actually get to meet.
A real new Jack
Along with
Skellington.
Mickey Mouse.
New
Yes.
Jack Skellington scaling people. Get the people who work on the Grinch Jack blog.
I mean,
on
that
this
makes
shit.
sense because Jack Skellington's one of the only ones that like shouldn't be aging.
Yeah, that
he's
is
a
true.
skeleton.
Wait a second, it's
Halloween
Hades.
Town.
Hades doesn't age. Where's he at?
Wait, yeah, he's a
Uh,
god. I mean,
Nobody
he also-
knows.
I
He's
mean,
just-
Well,
he
Jack,
did-
he did
wait,
fall
no,
into
he's
the
dead.
he did fall
He's
into
dead.
the thing, so maybe he died.
Is he imprisoned for another 1,000 years like the Titans now?
Possibly.
Yeah.
He's in the
No, he
Oh,
fell
lightning
into the
sewer
World of
grate.
Souls.
There's
Jack
There's a
Skellington's more
slight
a conceptual character rather than anything.
Yeah,
He's like,
there's kind of a fan theory that that Idea might be his descendant, because the whole thing with Idea's family is that they try to kind of usurp another family, the Jupiter family, and so now they have to guard the gates to the underworld, which for them is like where they keep all the Overblot monsters. So we don't know if they're like exactly the same thing, but yeah, that's kind of the best way I can describe it.
Interesting.
last thing I'll say on this particular side is that it looks like a Danganronpa trial about to happen.
Yeah. All right.
He's in a
Oh yeah, and the fun
hell.
fact here. Scully here ranked number 2 in the list of the top 100 characters Japanese women want to date in 2023. This is despite the fact that he had only existed for about 2 to 3 months at the time.
This is just like all fictional characters.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a general poll of like, hey, we're gonna poll people like which characters did you like a lot, and a
And
lot of people
specifically
like
women.
Scully.
We
Yes,
got number 1.
Rika.
Rika from Pokemon.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
Rika
Yeah,
got
she
it
had-
3 times in a row.
Yes, she only got usurped this year and by another Pokemon character. Yeah. Anyway, next we've gone over all the characters, so now we're gonna go over the general magic system of Twisted Wonderland.
We're into the scaling part.
Yes, we're finally
Thank
getting into the good stuff.
Finally.
Actual gameplay now.
Yes, so magic is an energy that exists in nature, in both mages and in nature. Not every person in the world has magic. It's actually fairly rare, not like exceptionally rare, but rare enough that it's like a big deal.
Okay.
Mages use mana to cast spells. The mana pool that one has is determined at birth. Some people have like an average amount, some people have a huge amount, and how good you are as a mage is kind of how you use your mana pool to its advantage.
Can you like
everyone is
level
also
up
ar-
your mana pool?
You cannot.
Hmm.
It is determined that
Whatever you have is all you have at birth. And everyone has, you can kind of see it in the background here, they have Magi Pens, which are things that have a Mage Stone channel held inside it, which helps channel magic. It also absorbs blood, which is a byproduct that is created by using magic, and it can be toxic if you use too much of it, or if you accumulate too much of it.
Of course it's blot. It's always blot.
Yeah. Visualization is the most important thing in magic. Generally, if you can visualize what you want to do, you can do it. Also, strong positive emotion can create very powerful magic because this is still a Disney game.
I see.
So, in general, emotions and visualization are the most important thing in terms of how you make magic work.
I'm going to happily light you on fire.
Wait, hang on. I
So,
was
Yeah.
like,
taking
at
notes.
what
Yes.
point are we gonna get like the final boss who's gonna be Tweak Xehanort?
Tweet Xano. No. It's gonna be Pete. It's always gonna be either Pete.
Wink, Pete. Oh,
Twink
God.
Pete. No.
Well, actually, no, Mickey exists, so Pete would just show up, probably.
Yeah.
Pete as himself. He's like the one character who's not transformed at all. He just appears.
Yeah.
Well, none of them are necessarily transformed. It's just characters based on.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
but
is
like
the
he'd be the one
future.
character who has like no change.
Yeah.
And so going over how like so we kind of go over like the lore stuff. This is kind of how combat stuff works in the game. So in general, elemental attacks are kind of the main thing we use in game. This includes fire magic, water and ice magic, flora magic, which is both grass and lightning, and cosmic magic, which is light and darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, most characters use darkness magic when they're using cosmic. Only like the heroic characters are the ones that use light magic, more or less.
Gotcha.
That
Yes.
that makes sense. I hate how much that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is just Kingdom Hearts again.
Kinda. Some other spells,
I mean-
both in game and like in the story, are summoning magic, making magic barriers, and kind of your standard RPG buffs and debuffs like HP regen,
Yeah.
attack boost, and power drain, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are there like specific spells you learn, like in Final Fantasy? I have Firaga, or is it like Black Clover, where each person kind of has their own unique spells?
Usually it just has like a name. Like you have Void Shot 2, which is like just basically you have like two different versions of Void Shot. One's like multi-hit, one's like one attack, but usually they all kind of do like just variants of like, oh, this one's a big fireball, this one's like 3 smaller fireballs, that kind of thing.
But can like multiple people
Interesting.
have the same spell, or is it like everyone has their
They
own?
can have the same general spells.
Okay.
So like fire attacks, everyone kind of uses the same stuff, more or less. But that does get us into the signature spell, which is a spell unique to each individual mage. These can all do very powerful spells, usually ones that normally can't be done by any random mage. Usually they come with some kind of drawback to kind of counterbalance like how strong they are. However, others are a bit more just generally powerful. And for this one, I'm actually going to go over kind of some of the weaker ones and some of the stronger ones and how they kind of stack up for versus stuff.
That image and on that last side looks like it was about to go some very I am the table place, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, Yowie.
We
That
were
is
just
fair.
talking about slavery
yeah.
earlier, so whenever I see like someone lock and chain things, I get a little nervous.
Don't worry, that's a totally different thing.
Y'all gotta remember who our host is today, okay?
Yeah.
Oasis Maker.
Yes, this is the signature spell of Kaleem. His spell creates a large amount of fresh water for a small amount of magic. The water is super pure and tasty. Theoretically, it could be used to make in some kind of offensive way, but Kaleem's such a good boy, he probably wouldn't think of a way to use it. He mostly just uses it to like make an oasis in the desert. Jade Leech, his spell Shock the Heart. This one's kind of useful. It forces someone who looks into Jade's left eye to tell the truth. However, it only lasts for 5 minutes, can only be cast once per target, and can be countered by people who are wary.
Wait, what does that mean?
If you're like kind of prepared for it, you can potentially counter it.
By
Oh.
just like deciding not to, like he has to trick you into telling your truth, and if you know,
Or
you
like,
don't have
It's
to-
kind of a thing
strong-willed
where
people.
yeah, kind of has to like unwilled basically. He kind of has to like catch you off guard more or less.
Okay.
Rook's spell, ICU, lets him track any target with a magical arrow. However, it has no offensive quality whatsoever. He also has to touch his opponent with his magic first, and it will fail if the target enters a large area or somewhere that blocks off magic.
Wait. It's an arrow with no offensive quality?
Yes.
It's just used for like tracking people.
So you can't run away from him, basically.
Yeah,
He's a
but if you
hunter.
go somewhere that like blocks off magic or somewhere that's like super like a big large area, it can just kind of make it fail.
Alright, so what situation is this useful in?
Chasing people
There's
down
a point
school hallways.
where Vil gets taken by Styx, which are like kind of trying to research overplot people. He uses it on him so that way he can track down where they're going
Okay.
and follow them.
So you have to put the arrow on them before, like you can't not know where they are and fire off the arrow.
You have to tag them first.
It's like you put a GPS tracker on them, and then.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Neat.
And finally, Adia's spell, Gate to the Underworld. It opens a gate to the Underworld, but only the one from Twisted Wonderland, which is also not actual hell. It's just a prison for blot monsters, and he cannot use it outside of Styx, which is where the gate is. So yeah, it's
So
basically a
this
thing that
doesn't,
would just
open a portal to anywhere. It just opens the one portal.
it opens this specific one if he's there.
His magic power is
See,
a key.
he has
Yes.
a key to a very specific door.
That
Yeah.
is so dumb, and I love him even more for
It's
it.
very important in lore, but in terms of versus debate stuff, it's not going to be very useful unless the fight is taking place specifically in Styx.
If the fight is taking place in Styx, can anyone go into fake hell?
Honestly, the biggest issue would not be going in there. It'd be that a bunch of overblot monsters would come out of it.
Oh. Well, then what's the point? Oh, never mind. No, never mind. This is the podcast for questions. What's the point of it then? If you ever open it to unleash a bunch of monsters.
Basically, he's the one who's supposed to be in charge of keeping it locked up. And if like anything like happens, he can either close it again or potentially open it up for whatever.
And that's the
various reasons he
suckiest
might
power
have.
ever. Here, you have a magic power that's unique to you. You can never use it. That's
Yeah.
like the
It's
point.
one
Pretty
that's
much.
You're not
tied to
supposed
his
use
family,
it.
actually. It's kind of a curse for them, more or less. This
Interesting.
is basically their punishment, is being the guardians of the underworld, more or less.
That-
This
Punishment.
specific
I
one. Yeah.
I feel bad for my boy.
Man, we got sins
Yeah.
of the father and slavery up in this world. This place is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go into some of the ones that are actually pretty useful in verses.
Useful.
Riddles spell off of your head. This one creates a magic sealing collar on the victim. So yeah, it's pretty powerful, but the main drawbacks are that if you're strong enough, you can potentially either break the collar or deflect it, but still, it's just, if you can't do that, it's a magic sealing collar, so anyone who
No more
uses
magic.
magic or anything like magic is kind of screwed with that.
No more magic for you. Bye bye. Fuck you.
Yeah. Then we have a Ruggy spell, Laugh With Me, which forces the opponent to mimic his actions. The only real drawback is that it can only affect one person at a time.
See, that was
you
actually pretty cool.
So
Why are
he's
you hitting
Shikamaru.
yourself? Why are you
Yeah,
hitting
that's kind of the
Why are you
best
hitting
comparison to
yourself?
Shikamaru's shadow
Why you-
spells.
Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting
Yeah.
yourself?
Or like you set up a fire and you put yourself on the opposite end and then walk backwards.
Yeah.
Like
Floyd's
them one.
spell, Bind the Heart. This one just forces the opponent's attack to miss. The only weakness is that it's somewhat dependent on its effectiveness based on Floyd's mood swings.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
You could be pointing him at point blank range with a laser gun and just be like,
Womp.
uh-uh.
Yeah. And then Jamil's spell, Snake Charmer. This one's just hypnosis. It just hypnotizes whoever looks into Jamil's eyes.
That's
Its only drawbacks are that its duration is dependent on an opponent's abilities, and it can be countered by a counterspell.
This just sounds like it's objectively better than the one guy's ability to tell the truth with a bunch of restrictions.
Kind of.
yeah.
This is like
Yeah,
in
the
One
difference
Piece
between-
when you have the
Well,
one
actually,
deadly fruit that's just
with
objectively
think-
better
see,
than
like,
the other
I
two.
think Jades is actually able to counter Snake Charmer because it's a counterspell. It's considered a counterspell, but it's very much a matchup dependent kind of deal. But yeah, Jamil
Also-
is kind of better.
With hypnotism, you're basically turning him into a puppet, whereas the other one, you're actually forcing truth out. So it's a situational difference.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm getting the vibe of like JoJo stand abilities.
Yeah, a little bit.
I see it.
Can I wait?
So
Can I
next-
wait for the next slide to be really useful in verses?
Yes, that's actually
Really
that is actually
damn
what's next.
strong for verses.
Man, I can't believe
Damn
you
it.
pre-watched Rand.
Yeah.
Rand.
So for Reduce a Spell, Double Down, this one just counters the opponent's magic with a spell that is just as powerful. The stronger the spell, the stronger the counter.
I see your counter spell, and I bring out my counter spell. And so I
Yeah,
counter spell your
it's-
counter spell.
Yeah, this is one of the ones where there's not really a drawback for it. It's just really strong.
Damn.
Leona's spell, the King's Roar, turns whatever he touches into sand. This one does have a weakness. That weakness being that he has to try not to kill people with it, because if he touches people with the spell, they will just turn into sand.
So it's just a Midas touch that he can turn off.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
we have found our new crocodile matchup, boys.
Maybe.
What? That's the worst move to use on Crocodile. That's the most useless attack
Actually, yeah.
I could possibly think of against Crocodile.
Yeah, that's probably the worst one
Send
for him.
Sandman to sand.
Use it on Gawa. Now Gawa is the sand.
You're completely useless, Sandman, now that I've turned you into sand.
I don't know why that
Uh,
came up, but it did. Anywho.
Yeah, so Bill's the next one here, his spell, the fairest one of all, places a curse on whatever he touches with any condition that he chooses. The only real drawback is that it is so powerful that Bill cannot undo this spell unless the conditions are met.
That feels like the
So to
most
give an
fun
example-
form of the source material so far.
Yeah, so to give an example, he cursed I think a dessert or something that some of the boys wanted to eat while they were on a diet that he put them on. So when they ate it, the condition on there was whoever eats this thing will be find themselves unable to move until the sunrise.
Damn.
And so yeah, until the sunrise came, the spell could not be undone. So
Yeah, they seem stupidly powerful. Jesus.
yeah. Bill is actually very strong. They're also very good at making poisons, to the point that when he was kind of on the breaking point of trying to poison Nij, someone slapped it out of the way, and it just started dissolving the concrete.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's just straight up acid at that point. Stops being a
Yeah,
poison.
he's actually kind of scary when he's trying to kill you. And then Swing signature spell. This one just randomly switches Swing and his target's most powerful magic or technique, whatever you want to call it. I think it is strongest magic spell, but yeah, the only weakness is that it can be blocked if something's in the way, but considering that you can use this one as an AoE and just randomly switch everyone's shit around, it's for a 1v1 fight in versus, it's actually very powerful.
The one you brought up specifically for this is he could just copy Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine.
Not copy, just take it, basically.
Take his
Mine.
Malevolent Shrine.
Yoink.
Mine now. Yoink.
Gab Galah has
Yeah,
an
he-
important question that I missed. Is Dr.
Yes.
Doofenshmirtz in this game?
No, he is not, unfortunately. We don't have any of like the TV show characters.
Tragic.
Dang,
Tragic.
that would have been funny.
Mostly just like the movies. But yeah, so we've gone over some very strong ones, but let's go over the strongest one.
Oh no.
Malleus's signature spell,
Gee.
Fey Maleficence, which creates a magical energy field surrounded by massive thorns.
Oh yeah, this one.
Oh.
Cast.
This one does a lot.
Oh. I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Same here.
So this one, I'm going to kind of illustrate it by having Malleus go up against some other pretty strong guys in the versus space. So, ability number 1. Makes every living thing that is inside the dome fall into a dream.
Oh no.
Good start.
Useful.
Oh,
start.
well that's cool.
Ability number 2. He can control time in the dome.
Shit. Pause.
Your Dio reaction.
Good to know. Good to know.
Ability number 3. Forget time controlling space-time. He just can manipulate reality inside this dome. To the point that he can
What?
just say, I don't take damage.
I don't like that.
Mm.
The reactions to these are
This
hilarious.
changes how
Are you
kinetic
fucking
energy works.
serious?
Yes. And
You are now
but
gone.
let's say
It makes
let's say you
sense.
can
Since
fight in
they're,
dream.
they're based off Maleficent, who's like one of
Yeah.
the more powerful Disney villains. So
Now say you can fight in dreams, and you can like warp reality in dreams. If there is no happy ending for your dream, you go to the void.
Well,
What
this
the
sucks.
fuck?
I mean,
Well, this
Freddy could
sucks.
come back from that, but whatever.
Well, this sucks.
Yeah. Maybe, but it was just kind of the best illustration I could think of.
That is funny though.
Yeah. Actually,
I just
think
had
the
to
only
say
way
it
you
because
can
someone in the comments would if I didn't.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I think the only way you can escape the void is with like the power of like positive emotions or something like that.
Oh no.
Oh, you have to have a happy ending to your dream, as I assume, based on the spell's name.
Yeah, that's actually not a thing technically related to the spell. It's more a rule of the dream world.
Oh.
If you want to
So
see
wait,
us
so if
talk-
you have a
what's this character's
nightmare,
name
you're
again?
just stuck?
Malleus.
If you want to see us talk about Malleus versus Freddy Krueger, let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments down below.
Hell, I would do it. I'll get him the
That
win.
sounds hilarious. Oh dear.
But yeah, we've gone over all the strong parts of magic. Now here's kind of the negatives, namely Overblot.
This is
If
what character is this?
this is
again?
Vil,
Right, right.
yeah. Can I just say I love this art? This is a really good
Very
art.
good art.
But yeah, if you use too much magic without a mage stone, or if you experience great emotional trauma, or both, this can cause someone to go into the Overblot state. The user takes on a darker form with a giant ink phantom appearing behind them, and yeah, they basically just enter this berserker state where if they are not knocked out of this state, they can risk just using up all their magic and potentially dying. That
Oh.
said, the phantom itself would still be alive and just be free to roam, which is part of why they're so dangerous. This form can only be undone if the phantom itself is destroyed, so if, say, someone killed Riddle, but not the Overblot phantom, you could see like a Metal Sonic ending happen if they can't beat them.
Wait. Okay, so person A goes into their dark form, and now there's a separate person appears that is the Phantom.
It's like a stand.
Are they like attached? Can like the Phantom just go somewhere else?
If the user dies, they can just freely roam the area, pretty much.
Okay, but if the user's alive, then the Phantom's gonna like stick around the general area.
Yeah, to kind of just help them on their rampage.
Okay.
Because they're kind of drawing on like both the user's magic and their negative emotions.
Okay.
And that's Vil we're seeing in the background.
That's Vil in the background here. This is Riddle down here.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Now you're saying does every mission end with the House Warden going overblot?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Like this one here is Idia's Overblot. Going over their abilities. For one thing, the blot itself is just super toxic and can drain stamina and magic. The Phantom itself is also super strong, as you can see in this fissure that Riddle's Overblot made. And keep in mind, he's the first Overblot you ever fight.
Damn.
Other abilities that they have, flight, gravity manipulation, in the sense that during this fight, Riddle starts making some trees start flying around to throw them as projectiles. He can also make projectiles made of blot, which can be reformed if destroyed, and the blot can also just kind of move on its own like a toxic like goo, pretty much.
Is blot part of the Phantom, or is the Phantom and the blot?
Yeah. It's kind of made of blot, but here, if you see like the head of the thing here, it's kind of like an ink vial,
Okay.
which the ink is over blot.
Okay.
Now we get into everyone's favorite part, the scaling.
Man, we just jump right to reality over fiction. We're not even dipping our toes in. Yeah, the cast for Lilia was island level, and now we're at reality over fiction.
Well, we're just starting with the early
Maybe.
game stuff, but no, it's just the boys learning about R over F from Professor
Okay.
Wiz over
Professor
here.
Wiz.
Professor Wiz.
Yes,
Double wizard.
yeah. But so yeah, Twist isn't necessarily super well researched yet. That said, there have been some stuff I've seen on some other spaces like Versus Battle Wiki or Quora. So we do have some calcs. The early chapters have some feats that were calculated at building level. And this one, I'm gonna just shout out this guy from Versus Battle Wiki because he did a lot of work here from this event. Ortho is capable of flying at hypersonic speeds into the stratosphere and disperses some clouds during the Wishing Star event, which, if you base that on like other cloud dispersal feats, would be around town level.
Mm-hmm.
Sebek is also able to turn into lightning, and lightning magic is something that can be dodged in game, so you have some good arguments for lightning timing. And with the light spells that exist thanks to Kaleem, Rook, and Silver, you could maybe argue light speed scaling. It's just a case of, in the game, they have very limited animation, so there could be some arguments against it. I'm just kind of saying it's a thing that could exist based on what we have.
Okay.
Then into some of the later game scaling. Malleus's spell, this is the one we talked about in the Lilia cast, was able to cover the entirety of the Isle of the Sages.
Wait, is the island the crescent, or is the island the circle?
The crescent here.
So what's the green thing?
This green thing, that's the dome.
Oh, it's the dome. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought for whatever reason the crescent was on a circle of green ocean in the blue ocean for whatever reason.
No, that's just like the thing coming out from like around the from within the ocean around the entire island.
Oh.
Yeah. And this spell is created entirely by his own magic, and he's not like almost killing himself doing this, so we know that in terms of just like what Malleus can do, the island level feat is kind of like, it's not like a super like, oh, this is me like doing my all. It's just a thing he is naturally able to do on his own with his own magic.
Visual.
Yeah, it's a fairly casual feat for him.
That's scary.
He's also able to control individual dreams with his spell, which includes Mickey's dream, thanks to his magic mirror being connected to Twisted Wonderland.
What?
Yeah,
So that means full Disney and Kingdom Hearts scaling. Got it.
Yeah, that'll be the next slide, but yeah, there is some potential cosmology stuff here, and yeah, in terms of scaling everybody in the cast does help battle him both before and after casting the spell, so that does give us some arguments that they can actually take the hits.
Interesting.
How do
That
they
said,
fight him
I do
if
wanna-
Malleus can control reality?
Why are there soup soups?
You'll see.
Because
But
Disney.
yeah, basically when it comes to before before he casts a spell, it's kind of everyone trying to like stop him from casting the spell, which they fail at because he's so strong. Later, it's a case of Adia being able to help hack the dream world, more or less.
Okay.
But this is kind of just trying to go into some of the chain skilling of essentially why should everyone skill the Malleus if he's the strongest guy. The main thing is that fairies in Twist are just very, very powerful magic users. They have both solved global warming and they can fix diastrophism, which is the effect of yes.
Teacher, I've forgotten who the fairies are.
Oh, that's just like the race.
Everyone's a fairy?
yeah, and no, Malleus is a fairy.
Oh.
And
Are
so
there
is
other
Lilia.
fairies?
Lilia's a fairy, and I believe Sebek is like half fairy.
Okay.
But basically, is kind of saying like the fairies are the top end. They're very strong. They can control the destruction caused by the Earth's tectonic plates hitting each other. So yeah, basically in terms of why you would want to scale to Malleus, it's because Malleus is the strongest guy, and fairies in general are very strong. And why does anyone else scale to him? Everyone has battled at least one Overblot, and each previous dorm helps battle the next dorm boss. So the Heart's Lobule guys battled Leona's Overblot. Leona and his boys battle Azul's Overblot, leading to Adia and pretty much everyone else teaming up to battle Malleus. So it's kind of a case. It's a bit of a case of chain scaling, but I think the chain is relatively sturdy, more or less.
Yeah,
So
okay.
in this game, do you get to kind of like adjust your party, or do you have to use these specific characters?
You do get to adjust your party, but in the story, they do show like which characters are like helping, more or less.
Okay,
So
so
the ones shown here
these...
are the ones canonically being used.
Yeah, but everyone does team up to help battle Malleus.
So all
this
the
is kind of like
characters in this picture here end up ganging up on Malleus?
Yeah, because he's that strong.
Okay, so there would be some indication that the Hearts dorm could do something
Yeah,
to Malleus.
I would say they could at least like downscale to the island feat, since that's a pretty casual feat for Malleus.
That makes sense. It's like JRPG logic. You fight the boss.
Yeah.
You must be at least somewhat as strong as the boss.
Yeah, and this was actually going to be the only like thing I was going to use, but I later found out Swing is kind of ridiculously powerful.
Oh?
Yeah, he is also a fairy, and he is well known because hundreds of years ago he nearly brought the entire world to its knees. He is very powerful. He is like basically Twist Genghis Khan in terms of like how much chaos he almost caused. He was able to overpower Lilia, who was the closest in strength to Malleus, like pretty casually. Lilia creates a shield spell basically, and Swing just kind of breaks it with his fists. He's able to toss around multiple students at once, and at the end of his event, yeah, he is also just out for blood. He just kind of like, yeah, I'll fight you to the death. Sure, why not? But yeah, he needs not only like all the students in this event to team up, he also needs Jack and Oogie Boogie to team up with us to beat him.
So he's the strongest guy, but it sounds like we still fight him and beat him in the end?
Yes.
Okay.
With help.
With help, yeah.
But damn.
Shit, I missed y'all talking about my boy Swing.
Oh, yes.
You left?
I had I had a call.
It's okay. But hey, look,
But
it's
yeah,
here.
we were talking about
It was Oogie Boogie.
Yeah,
You don't
basically,
get to
Twisted
know
Oogie
anymore. You
Boogie is
missed your
really strong
chance.
to the point.
Watch the stream
To the point-
back like everyone else has to.
We'll give
Damn
the
it.
TLDR. Swing is very strong to the point that not only did a bunch of the students have to team up to beat him, we also needed Jack and Oogie Boogie to beat him because he was just that strong and that evil.
Like
that
the
Oogie was
act-
like,
The real
Like-
guys.
Like the real,
yeah,
like,
Oogie was just like, okay, this guy's actually too evil for me. I have to help beat this guy.
like Jack has canonically beaten this guy.
He has helped us beat this guy.
So is this guy stronger than Jack?
Canonically,
On their own, yes.
Could we imply
I would say
then
he's
that
strong.
we get Nightmare Before Christmas scaling in this game? Or would that be crossover
I think
scaling?
so, but I don't know if Nightmare Before Christmas is that strong, pretty much. I don't know if it's stronger than like Island Double, basically.
So, from what I have done research on, they get like maybe City.
So I think that's still
Because?
less than the Malleus feat.
So this might actually
Oh, yeah, because
upgrade
Island.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
Yes, it actually might.
a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
which is funny.
Interesting.
But yeah,
The casual island.
but yeah, all you need to know about Swing is basically he could beat Sukuna.
Yes!
He's basically Twist
Yeah!
Sukuna, but like crazier.
If you want us to do Swing versus Sukuna, let us know in the comments.
I
Oh boy.
I will. I want. If we do, I want to be. I want to be part of that cast, just because I love Swing.
Nice.
Yeah.
The fully unbiased jury member.
And
Germ, please.
No.
Damn
If you
it.
want it, no.
all right.
Damn it.
What do you?
Now we're gonna go over the next part of the scaling that we probably have to talk about. Do we get cross scaling in here? Namely, like greater Disney scaling, because this is a Disney game.
Oh no.
Yeah, in case you guys
So-
didn't know, this was made by Disney.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a case where like the crossover events kind of make it seem a bit more justifiable, and generally it kind of makes the issue is that it generally makes everyone a little bit stronger than they normally would be. Now with Scully and Swing, they can fight power on Jack and Oogie, which isn't too bad because they're already a bit stronger. The big issue is
What?
the Stitch
Oh dear
event.
God.
All right, what happened here?
So during the
Stitch
summer
event.
event, the first summer event and the first actual big crossover event we had, several characters end up stranded on a island through magic shenanigans, basically.
Do they end up on Hawaii?
Not Hawaii, just a random island, basically.
Random tropical
Wait, so why
island
is Stitch
in
here
the middle-
then?
Yes.
Well, Stitch ends up crash landing on this island, and he helps us
Oh.
survive on the island. Now, you might say, Table, this isn't enough to say they get Stitch scaling. The thing is, Gontu also arrives, and he sends his robot army to attack Stitch. We help battle these robots, who can hurt and keep up with Stitch. Which is where the main
Oh,
issue comes in.
Oh no.
Black
Steve.
hole.
Yeah.
I just love that
And,
pose. That what Space
yeah.
and Stitch are doing.
Assume.
But if you thought that was the strongest we can get, no, we can get stronger.
What do you mean, Soom? He's stronger.
So there are multiple events where they cross over with Disney Tsum Tsum, which are
Okay.
if you don't know what they are, they're these little chippy guys. They're just cute and they like to stack on top of each other. The main thing is in the Tsum Tsum game, the twist Tsums that show up in here are like the same Tsums that show up in this game. It's like a kind of a cross branding thing. The Tsums are generally as strong as the characters are based on, like in the Twisted Wonderland event.
Okay.
Do you want to guess who's in the Tsum Tsum game?
Mickey Kingdom Hearts.
Everyone.
Oh no, you're not going high enough here.
Everyone is here.
Thanos.
Oh dear God.
That Thanos.
Yeah, we got Tsum Thanos in here.
Okay, where does Soom Thanos get?
Infinity
Basically, this is
Gauntlet.
kind of the case of. This is kind of more of like a silly thing, but it's basically a case of if the Twisted Wonderland Tsum scale to the actual characters, does that mean that Tsum Thanos scales to regular Thanos?
Well, is there a gauntlet?
I mean, I hate to say it.
I think there
This
is.
does not look like Thanos to me because Thanos is not a circle. Thanos is human shaped.
Yes, but it's essentially it's a case of the circles. If they scale to the real characters, like that's kind of the main thing.
I mean, I know this is the Twisted Wonderland podcast and not the Tsum Tsum podcast, but do we have any indication that the Tsum Tsum scale to their canon counterparts?
In the Twisted Wonderland Tsum Tsum event, yes, they do scale to the Twist Tsum scale to the Twist Boys.
Yeah, but I'm saying is like if we want to
But, like,
theoretically, if we want to scale the Tsum Tsums to Thanos, we would either need to see Tsum Tsum equaling or rivaling Thanos in power, or we would need to see Tsum Tsum Thanos just do his own multiversal outerversal feat.
Right.
Well,
It's
I
kind of
know
a case of chain scaling of if Soom Riddle is equal to regular Riddle, and Soom Riddle can fight Soom Thanos. If we're assuming that Soom Thanos is equal to real Thanos, that's kind of the chain scale, more or less, if we want to make that valid.
This whole scaling chain seems fishy to me, but
Yeah, shaky
Possibly.
but funny.
Yeah,
This is kind of
I'll
more just the
allow it.
funny one.
okay.
I'll allow it.
I mean, there's already
I didn't
Mickey, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Already
The other
Mickey,
funny thing that I found out about like a week ago, they also had a live concert in Tokyo,
Who
Oh?
did?
Twisted Wonderland.
So now
Oh.
they transcend fiction. Got it.
got
Yeah,
it.
they got the Miku arguments, guys. I don't know if that's an actual Miku
Yay.
argument. I just thought it was funny.
It is.
Oh no.
That's just it. We're done.
Oh no! It's the
This
robot
is the end
child.
of the scaling thing. Basically, this is kind of me trying to like kind of wrap it up for the scaling issue part. So basically, I think there's kind of two main ways of going about it. Without the crossover scaling, like none of the crossovers, we know they can get to island level. Maybe planned depending on how you interpret Malleus's dream powers, with him controlling like the dream realms, like the individual ones. Maybe more if you want to go like really deep into cosmology with like Mickey's mirror and stuff. But this is kind of like a general area that I think you can get them to, with speed being like hypersonic to light speed. If you do use crossover scaling, then just based on the ones that they have crossed over with, you can probably scale them to Stitch, because they are helping fight things that can fight Stitch.
Wait, how did Stitch get to Universal? I thought he was Galaxy level from the Black Hole feat.
I thought they put him at Universal, and wasn't he put at Universal? I thought he was put at Universal.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I think
It
there's
was
arguments
crazy.
for him to be Universal.
I think there were arguments for him to be Universal, but I think they scaled him to at least Galaxy.
Okay, so wherever you can want to put Stitch at, you can get them to there without much issue based on how the event goes, if you want to use the crossover stuff. And then, yeah, there's also just the full stupid part with Zoom Thanos, Zoom Thanos, Zoom Thanos.
What happens if I look up Tsum Tsum on Versus Battle Wiki?
Oh
Dude,
god. Above experiment who can threaten the universe.
That's a tiny little goober.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, this is just kind of the thing here, but yeah, after all that, this is just kind of me bringing up some matchups I think could be fun, either ones without scaling or with scaling, and it's kind of near the end of their actual presentation part.
Wait,
But
which
the first
is
one I
in
wanna
the
go over-
bottom
Oh, yes.
right.
That's Hades.
That is
Or-
Adia.
Oh, they
Remember-
they just
remember
went
when
Yeah,
they go-
he has the whole same like hair fire thing that Hades
Movie
has,
Hades does. Yeah.
where it could
when
be
he
either
gets
like the blue or the red one if he's getting serious.
Okay.
All right, so here's a question for everyone in the chat. If
Uh-huh.
you were isekai into this realm, which house are you going for?
I don't know.
I've written down what these supposed values are. We have the Queen of Hearts, which is the spirit of strictness, which seems to be a
No.
kingdom based. Scar is the spirit of persistence, which seems to
No.
be based on Africa. Ursula is the spirit of benevolence, which seems to just be the one where you
No.
make contracts in a seedy lounge. Jafar is the spirit of mindfulness, which seems to be a palace. The evil
Maybe.
queen is the spirit of tenacity, which
that
also
one.
seems to be a castle. Hades
Eh.
is the internet cafe, is the spirit of diligence. And
Very maybe.
Maleficence is the spirit of nobility, which is, I believe, a third castle. A lot of castle-based
No.
Yeah,
So I'm either going to Scaravia or the Hades place. And I don't
I
know
would-
which I would go to.
I'm going to
I
Pump
can-
Fair. Screw you all.
Pumpkin is very good. You just got to make sure you stay like very up to date on your makeup and beauty techniques.
I'll go to Scaravia. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds
I'll wear
fun.
a domino
It's pretty
mask. It's all
chill.
good.
So
I'm-
is
I'm either going to
Ideas.
Scaravia or the Internet Cafe.
yeah.
I'd probably visit the internet cafe, but I'm definitely going to Scaravia mainly.
The
I like
internet
the idea of
cafe
being
calls
around a bunch
to
of-
me, but I think I like the evil queen homies. I think I like the southern huntsman. Wait, no, which one's the southern?
You
Apple
like
He's
Farmer.
the
The-
cute
you like the-
farmer boy.
you like the
Yes.
Southern Apple that if you call him cute, you are gonna get kicked in the nads.
I
and
think that's
probably
funny.
threatened.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna go
possibly
with,
shanked.
evil queen
Sure.
dorm room. I think that's fun.
Yeah. So I do know like of all like the intricacies with the dorm. So as much as I love Riddle, I know that I would have trouble keeping up with all the 1,000 rules. He does
Yes.
like chill out after his event, but still, it would be hard. So
I
I
have
think the easiest
ADHD.
dorms are probably Scarabia or either Scarabia, Pomfiore, or Ignihide.
So you're
I
using
don't
their
know.
government
His, like,
names,
deal
and I've already
was-
forgotten which is which there. So which Disney villain house was the one you wanted?
Either Jafar, Evil Queen, or Hades.
Grimhild.
Interesting.
Yeah, the evil queen dorm would probably be the hardest, but also I don't know. I just like I like their vibes.
They have good vibes.
I mean, that's
I like
valid.
their vibes.
My logic was like get in good graces with the main ones, and you'll pretty much be able to cruise through everything else.
Oh no, if you try to get into their crew, you're gonna have to like go all out. Well, actually, for Hades dorm, no, you can be pretty chill probably.
Mm.
You're probably only ever gonna be with him when you're like doing some gaming, some hardcore online gaming.
Yeah.
But anyway, going over some fights that I have
Matchups.
prepared.
Okay.
First one, the first Twisted Wonderland matchup I made. Azula versus Riddle versus Azula. Teenage tyrants who are prodigies at controlling the elements, most especially fire. Both are perfectionists who lose their tempers when things don't go their way, and they have daddy and mommy issues. I think this one's fairly close in terms of like the scaling. I think Riddle's a bit stronger, but he's also got poor stamina, so it's kind of a case of him keeping Azula at bay, or if Azula can get in close.
Interesting.
I also think there's kind of an interesting debate on if the collar would work on her or not.
That is interesting because we'd have to compare chi to mana.
Magic, yeah. Next, this was one that I came up with for a theoretical like Twisted Wonderland season, and I ended up liking a lot. Jamil versus Neji from Naruto. Both were born into servitude and grew to resent the one they were born to serve. Jamil tries to defy his destiny, while Neji thinks it's impossible to fight it. This is kind of like going over like their main arcs. Both tried to change after the main arc, focusing on like kind of proving themselves as their own guys. And both have magic eye powers, so yeah.
This one seems interesting. I would wonder, like, I'd want to see how Jamil's story pans out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of interesting in the sense that I think Neji, he pretty obviously has like combat because, he's raised during like wartime. It's just kind of a matter of if he has like the stats and speed to get to Jamil and like take him out before he gets hypnotized.
I guess that's just a question for Twisted Wonderland in general. Like, they have a lot of spells and stuff. What happens if you just like punch them? Do they have hands?
Some do, some don't. Like Leona and most of like the Beastmen are they're jocks. They know how to like throw a punch, and it's not like the characters like don't fight like dangerous people. Like during the Overblock stuff, those are pretty dangerous fights. It's more a case of a lot of them are more likely to go for magic than throw hands.
Okay.
Apple was the one who will absolutely throw hands, though. So it's not something that they wouldn't expect, but it's not something they're all super trained up to deal with.
Okay.
Though they do have like the barrier spells, which kind of help with that. Next, that's what I kind of just like in terms of the interaction. Leona versus Bakugo. They're both kind of that bully / jock archetype at their respective hero or magic schools. Both are extremely powerful, but keep ending up like second best to their green rival. And I just kind of think it's an interesting fight where because one guy controls sand, one guy is exploding stuff, they're basically just kind of glassing the battlefield the whole time.
That's fun.
So
Okay.
I think it's just kind of a fun thing.
I do like it.
Deku and
It's
Malleus.
Oh.
Malleus is like he's the green dorm guy.
Wait, isn't
Yeah, that was
Malleus
a
like
green
the
guy.
final boss, and this guy's like the second boss?
Yeah.
So he's like not even that strong in the totem pole.
Well, Leona is like the second strongest, like physically and in terms of like offensive magic.
fun. Yeah. Touch,
One thing you kind
you
of
are
learn with like
sand.
the individual like you see this a bit in the 6th chapter, but like Leona's the one who has like the strongest magic. Well, he and Riddle have some of the strongest magic, but Riddle has like an issue of just blowing through it all pretty quickly. Vil, despite being like the 5th one, he's got kind of a mundane level of magic, but he's like really skilled with what he can do in terms of like magic and curses. Jamil is also kind of like the most like he's probably one of the weaker ones just in terms of like what he can do, but basically Leona, like stat wise, is probably second strongest, but everyone else has like kind of their own individual stuff that they can bring to the table in terms of how they fight with magic.
Okay.
And then yeah, this one I just added recently, Sukuna versus Swing. Yeah. They're just extremely powerful villains from the past who return to wreak havoc again in the modern day. It's kind of just vibe based right now. I haven't got many connections for it, but I just think it'd be cool, pretty much. It's very much just this would be a cool fight.
Yeah,
That-
the stealing
is-
the
Let
The
them fight.
stealing the Malevolent Shrine or just stealing Cleave and Dismantle would be so peak.
it would be so funny just
It
to
is just-
see.
They both pop the exact same domain.
No, but
Well,
no,
he
he
wouldn't
just
be able to use
takes
it
it.
then. He takes
Yeah,
it.
he would have. Wait, hold on. So does the person that he steals the power from, do they get what his power was?
They get his most powerful technique, basically, is what I understand. Admittedly, I haven't like gone through the whole event yet because it hasn't been fully translated. But this is from like my research into what is currently available from translations.
Okay, I was just wondering like how it works because if someone could understand, okay, this is how his thing works, and like could like pull it back from them or something.
Potentially, but it's kind of a case of can Sukuna figure that out before Swing just goes, "Oh, hey, your technique is super fun. I'm going to use it on you now."
Oh,
Yoink.
hey, this one looks pretty cool.
What if? What if
Oh,
Swing,
look at all these.
What if Swing fought someone like Rogue who can like copy and steal powers, but then he just like takes it back, so like
Steals
she
the
has
copy.
it, but then she loses.
I guess
it again,
depends
so she has to
on
keep taking it
If
from him.
the mutant gene would be like enough somewhere enough to magic,
I'm
because he's
trying
not
to
just
think
it
taking
is
like all of the
magic.
characters' magic.
Outside of,
He's
like-
taking specifically their strongest spell.
I'm just trying to think of like besides specific logically how it would work. What would be like an interesting power interaction with swapping abilities?
Yeah, yeah. I think Swing is just very like interesting to look at from a versus standpoint in terms of like how his stuff works with other people.
I will say, I am expecting Swing to come back so often.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, he's actually in prison, I think.
For now.
But maybe. Now we go into some of the ones with some cross-scaling stuff. Vil versus Michael Morningstar from Ben 10. Both are young men with a deep obsession with beauty. However, Vil is very much a like guy who believes in like improving yourself and working hard to stay beautiful, whereas Michael just kind of steals it from others to keep himself beautiful. So it's a bit of a
That's where the
contrast
conflict
fight, but
occurs.
it's a fairly simple one to get in terms of like how they would start fighting, how they would like start fighting, how and why.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this one may not actually even need the cross scaling, which is funny. Edea versus Futaba from Persona 5. This is one that I talked about a bit with people in the Persona thread in the main Discord. They're both shut-in nerds, both blame themselves for a family member's death and have to learn to be around people again. The thing is, and yeah, they're gamers. I almost forgot about that one. The interesting thing about this is that because of how Edea is able to buff himself by hacking into the dream world, I think you could arguably say he could do the same thing in the metaverse, which would mean he would just kind of gain the metaverse scaling.
That's
Uh,
interesting.
See,
That's a very
the thing about this
fascinating-
matchup is that they wouldn't actually fight. They would settle it in Smash, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would settle it in a game of D&D.
No, the
Probably.
gamers, they're not that.
That would be a fascinating way to look at how their powers interact. That's very unique. I don't know of many
Yeah.
matchups that have that kind of interaction. This is very cool. I like this.
yeah.
Also, Futaba strikes me as someone who would have 100% played Twisted Wonderland, so this would get really weird.
Probably.
100%.
I'm gonna Samia for a second. You swapped the name and the order they are in
Yeah.
the thumbnail.
Yeah, I think I tried to
Yep.
mostly put the Twist character first. I think it's Sukuna was the first one where I like mixed it around.
No, Sukuna, you got it right.
Yeah. Well, no, for the other ones, I think I was trying to mostly like keep them on the. Actually,
Okay, Riddle
yeah,
versus
I was.
Lula.
Oh,
mine
Yeah,
I
I was
didn't
trying to
notice
say
this
like
one.
which twist character is fighting who, basically, but then I think I forgot that when I put in Sukuna.
So
Well, I mean, they
negative
both start
2
with an
points.
S, so
Yeah.
I never
Sorry.
think the riddle thumbnail is the best one out of the batch.
Yeah, that's the one I worked the hardest on because I put that one in ballot banter.
oh,
This one's a very
Yeah.
fun idea.
Yeah, and then this one is a maybe cross-scaling Malleus versus Mal. It's Twisted Wonderland versus Descendants. That's kind of all
Isn't that
you
another
really
Disney
need.
property?
Yeah, that's actually another property
Yes.
of basically, if you don't know that one, it's about
Yep.
children of the Disney villains who have been like banished to like the villain island where they end
Yes.
up where they end up like getting themselves into the Hero Academy, where initially they're trying to like sabotage them to like get the villain parents to like leave the villain island and take over the world, and then they're like, actually no, we like being here at Good Guy Academy. Let's be not evil.
Yep.
Or, like maybe
Yeah,
only
son of
somewhat
Jafar,
evil.
Cruella, daughter of the evil queen, daughter of Maleficent. And then
Yeah.
there's like some others. But those are the main guys.
Yeah, this one's actually a live action. It started out as a live action like Disney Channel
Yeah.
movie. They got like an animated thing, which is why I used the animated version here to match with Malleus.
Yeah, I think there's 3 Descendants movies at this point. I
There's-
don't know if they're
I
making
think the
more.
fourth one came out.
No, there's 5, and they're making
What?
3 more. There's all the books. There's the comics, and then there is there's so much Descendant stuff.
I
Yeah,
forgot-
if they ever tried
I
to do
forgot
a
about
Disney
that.
versus Disney death battle, the mouse would soothe them into oblivion.
Oh yeah.
Is that why they haven't done Luzanne yet?
Well, that's not like double Disney.
It is.
I don't think
Well, no, it is double
It
Disney.
is.
Oh, it is. Oh, dang.
Yeah. So
The
I
mouse
guess
will
we'll
see
see.
them into oblivion.
Well, actually, no.
They use the
Mickey
mouse.
Mickey
Mouse,
versus
though.
Yoda was Disney too.
They've done Disney before.
Yeah.
Does this matchup have any thematics beyond they are
It's just
connected
kind of-
to Maleficent and have the settings are similar?
I think
That's
they're
kind of
both
it.
kind of
It's
the.
more of a thematic fight, more or less. They're
Why
both.
not do just like out of curiosity, what makes this better than something like the Daughter of Hades versus, or not Daughter of Hades, the inspired by Hades one versus Mal?
Fun fact:
Uh,
Mal is also the daughter of Hades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I bring it up as like,
No, she is specifically the daughter of Maleficent and Hades.
yeah.
How the hell? How?
I don't know.
How
I
the
only
hell
found out
indeed?
about it when I was
How the
researching the
hell?
fight.
Look,
Basically, I
man,
wanted something for
an evil
Malleus
witch
for
and
making
an
the
evil
sequels.
god love each other very much.
Yeah.
Listen, they
It's kind of a case
Maleficent
of-
and Hades got hooked up in the House of Mouse. It's canon. Anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Maleficent and Hades
Yeah,
had
this
a
was
one night
one I made
stand.
for my Twisted Wonderland season. I wanted to make everyone have a unique thing. This was kind of the idea for like the finale of, oh hey, Descendants versus Twisted Wonderland, sure. And Mal is the like main character of Descendants, more or less. So yeah. It's kind of just a case of which one's stronger, Twisted Wonderland or Descendants, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think Mal
Yeah.
is like besides like I'm pretty sure she is top of the verse, unless if I'm mistaken. Like
I think
besides
so.
people with
The main thing
wands.
is that, from what I've heard, Hades is like star level, which I did not know about until like
I'm sorry,
looking into
Star.
it. I think it's him scaling to Zeus, who did like a star level thing.
Specifically, Descendants Hades is.
Yeah, it's kind
star.
of a case of wait, specifically Descendants Hades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like just mainline Hades.
I mean, mainline Hades would scale to Zeus creating constellations,
Right.
Yeah,
which would be like
Yeah, that's
solar
kinda
system level.
yeah, that's kind of why I'm saying maybe cross scaling. Maybe you would just like go all out with Disney stuff. I'm not like that well versed on like how much Descendants connects to everything else. So
I mean,
Yeah.
the villains are
Kind of.
the parents.
Kind of loosey goosey. I watched
Yeah.
the first 3 Descendants movies. It's all kind of loosey goosey.
Is the idea
I mean,
behind this specific pairing is like they're kind of like the strongest in their school?
a little bit. It's more just like it's more just the Maleficent connection and just
I
also.
get the core theme. I'm trying
Yeah.
to strengthen your matchup here because I want.
Oh,
to make
okay.
it.
Yeah,
It
they
just
are.
seems like
I
there's
feel like they
nothing
are the top
not
tiers
done
amongst
here.
themselves.
Yeah, they are
Because
the top
without
tiers.
equipment,
Yes.
no one can like match Mal. It seems like.
All right, that's cool. What's next?
That's it actually.
Oh,
We've made it to
Oh.
the end.
We did it.
do we have any questions? I think we kind of asked all of our questions as the thing was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Kind of just like any like
No,
end game
this
thoughts, I
isn't
guess.
really a question for y'all. It's more like a question to the universe. Who at Disney pitched this idea?
someone.
I do not know.
But like, you gotta imagine that pitch meeting was probably the wildest thing.
So, hear us out. We're gonna take these Disney villains, right?
Make them
And
all.
we're gonna turn
place.
them all into twinks.
And we're gonna have a plot where the player gets ran over by a truck and sent to an all boys academy where all the villains are these young, sexy twinks. Yes, even the female villains.
Yes. And
Yeah,
that's
it
not
seems
all.
like it's a very fun franchise. I'm definitely my interest
It
is
is.
very.
It does seem fun.
I haven't really
I like-
read anything on my own time or played any video games on my own time, so I think I would struggle to.
I would not
interact
play
with
this because it's a
franchise
gacha,
in
but
any
definitely gonna
meaningful-
watch it at some point.
Any
I
meaningful
Yeah,
hate
the
that
end
this
of
way,
is
but I
like
think the
off
lore is very
rainbow.
cool.
I
Yeah.
hate that they didn't go
The-
rainbow color.
The
I
Hearts
just
of Lockville
noticed that.
chapter has been like fully adapted into an anime. They're working on Leona's chapter, and I know that Azul's is also in development. So right now we have 3 seasons that we know are being worked. Well, we have 1 that's already finished and 2 that are being worked
How
on.
many episodes is one chapter?
The first season was 8 episodes.
That's interesting. Oh, I might check out the anime. I could watch 8 episodes of something.
Yeah.
Only 8 Well, I guess I know what I'm.
We have
Yeah.
been going on for a little while.
The
now.
Twisted
Does anyone have any
Wonderland
big
watch
questions?
along.
Does chat have any questions for us? Any like
Let's see,
versus questions?
how many
actual
chats?
questions?
There are 5 chat people there, including myself.
And-
So
I think we might just be good.
All right then.
Yeah, this was certainly a night of
Yeah.
discussions.
Yeah, I had fun. I'm glad that everyone had some fun and had some good questions. So yeah.
All right, send
This
us
is
off.
fun.
people.
We need to start doing more stuff like this where it's just like weird conversations. Let me tell you about this verse.
I would
Tell me
love
about
to. I
this.
want to do that for something. I need to do that for something. I just got to figure out what.
I need to do that for
want-
trails.
oh,
Holy crap.
let me do one for Death Spank, please.
Rand. We have to do it for To Be Hero X. Rand, that would be so fun.
It would be, but we also should wait till season 2 is out.
True.
I'm gonna end the stream.